All the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Tremendous job, ladies and gentlemen. United Air Force, retired E6 paralegal technician, Harrisburg alumni class of 1981, Mrs. Stacy. Here today covering the game, PennLive.com, and from the Reading Eagle, Mike Drago. Always great. You know it's a big game when Mike Drago. The Cougars will be kicking it off. Exeter will get the ball first. Again, Exeter 7-3. The Cougars 10-0.
Welcome to Severance Field, 5A playoff action. Exeter Township 7-3 taking on the Harrisburg Cougars. I'm Todd McCall, alongside Ben Dupree, Citadel quarterback and Susquehanna Township alumni. And we're underway for the 5A action. Last year, this very team, Eagles, come on the road. Exeter come on the road and lost 36-10. And I know the Cougars, their first undefeated season, Ben Dupree, in the existence of their football program. Right away we have special teams. You talk about it, the importance of special teams too, Ben. It's more than just they can make plays when they need to.
Yeah, special teams definitely. It's 33% of the game. You can't win the game without winning on special teams, and there's a stat that if you score on special teams, you have 90% chance of winning that game. And on the first kickoff, that was Typree Carey on the tackle.
And I know you know a lot of these guys inside this huddle, but right now, Exeter coming out with their first possession of the game, and how important the first 11:55 or 12 minutes is. This first just undercut for shotgun formation. Is going to roll to his left. He has 1,000 yards on the season, and he hits his favorite receiver, Jack Fusey.
But yes, that was a pretty good throw, rolling to your left as a quarterback. You know, he's rushed for 1,000 yards. Talking about the quarterback from Exeter, number 12, Brandon Undercoff. He's rushed for 1,000 and thrown for 1,000. You can see right there, that was an athletic throw.
Undercoff's first possession, first pass is good. This will be picked up 7. That'll be a +7 for Exeter.
We got tight end trips to the right.
He'll sprint out to the right, as you said, Ben, and he'll complete that pass. He'll pick up a first down, and there he goes again to Jack Fusey.
Yes, it's looking like they're trying to use his athleticism by getting him out on the edge. They're giving him some easy throws. That one right there to the flat.
Well, chains moving already. 2 possession, third play of this possession for Exeter.
It's going to be critical that Exeter does well on first down. You don't want to get into second and third and long. It makes it difficult as a play caller. So as long as you get positive yards, even 1 yard is better than none of it.
Twins to his left. He's going to keep it this time. As you said, Ben, he picked up 1,000.
Yeah, he picked up 1,000 on the run, but right there it looks like the DN from Harrisburg. I couldn't see the number. He lost contain. And that's probably his assignment probably was contained, so got to play assignment football if you want to be successful.
10:58 here, first quarter action. Harrisburg Exeter 5A playoffs. I know everyone around Harrisburg has been excited for this one for some time now. Second down and 4.
Yeah, just the first drive, everybody's getting their feet wet.
Shotgun rolling left.
There it is.
Steps up, going to go over the top, and that ball is going to be underthrown and almost picked off. And Nakari Williams was on the other back side. He's a sophomore.
If you can see, that was Michael Parsons playing DN right here to the far side. He actually kept his outside contained, which is going to show on the replay.
Take another look at it.
Right there, kept his outside contained, forced him into a bad throw. And Kent almost made a play on that.
I'd like Kent. I know you know this kid. He's a really athletic kid.
Very athletic. I'm interested to see if he's going to play offense or defense at the next level. He's athletic to play either one in my eyes.
3rd down and 4. Going to be given up front.
Good run by the running back there. I couldn't see the number.
That's going to be Gage Moran. Moran is a senior. He's 5'9", 175 pounds. He's filling in this year as Serangouslis went out. Nick Serangouslis was their leading runner for Exeter. He has a broken clavicle, and Gage Moran had to come in and step up, and he's actually averaged 100 on the ground. Now, as we said, the quarterback, 1,000. Underkoffler is 1,000 in the air and 1,000 on the road, and he's going to get Harrisburg to jump off sides. Unless there was movement on the offensive line, Ben, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. Looks like it's going to go on Harrisburg as it was. But now it's 1st and 5. So they did well on 1st down again, obviously. And going back to that run, about the running back, that was a good run. He actually made number 32, Andre White, miss. And you're not going to do that often. Andre White is a heck of a player. He'll be playing football somewhere in Division I level as well.
Andre White already has several offers on the table. UConn, Rutgers, Howard University. Only a junior. Give to Moran. Moran right side. He's picking up yards right now, effectively finding open holes. They've won 5 straight, Ben, coming in here, so they were kind of hot coming in. They had to beat Daniel Boone, Exeter did, to get into this game on the road in the Pig Iron Bowl. And they've got something to prove here a little bit today.
Yeah, it's obviously that they saw something on film that they like, and they're going to it. But they'll be interested to see how Harrisburg adjusts once everything sets in.
As you said, it's kind of like a prize fight. You're kind of just finding where your feet are, finding what to do right now, and I don't know where Harrisburg's going to bring that pressure, but Shaquan Anderson-Butts, the bookend on the left side, Parsons right side. The linebacking core, very good at the linebacking core here at Harrisburg. And there's going to be flags, and that's going to be...
There it is. Now it's a false start, 1st and 15. Now it's where it's going to get interesting.
This is where you really see, after this false start penalty, you usually see where Harrisburg's going to bring pressure from those sides, and right now from those bookends. When you've got 2 guys that are Division I players on both ends of your defense and up the middle strong, it's very hard right now. It's hard to move the ball against Harrisburg.
It is. As you can see all year, they don't allow many points, and they put up 50, so there's some ball players over there.
Gage Moran right side, looking back for the cutback. Shaquan Anderson-Butts will push him out of bounds and have some help.
Exeter's having some success running to the short side of the field. That's probably away from Michael Parsons. Mike is probably on the wide side, so they're probably seeing some things.
So it'll be 2nd and about 5. 9 plays in this drive.
Now they move Michael to the short side. So let's see what the offensive coordinator from Exeter dials up.
That's Matt Hauscheler. And the head coach, Matt Bauer, who played at New Hampshire. He's in his 9th season, Muhlenberg High School grad.
Now they're running to the left, so it seems like they're running away from Michael wherever he lines up.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, as you can see, they're getting to the ball, looking to the sideline. They're probably waiting for the Harrisburg defense to set their defense and line up. Then they're going to call the play. As you can see, now they're looking.
You ran a lot of offense like this, didn't you, in your day, where it could look to the sideline, call on the huddle?
Yes, definitely. And when I was at Susquehanna, we ran no huddle. More so in high school. We ran a little bit in college, but mostly in high school. There it is, 1st down.
I don't know. You think it's the cadence call that Underkoffler is? I was getting Harrisburg to jump off sides.
He probably has a decent hard count. That's another intangible of the quarterback position. How well you can give it a hard count. You watch the NFL, Andrew Luck, Peyton Manning, those guys, Aaron Rodgers have decent, very good hard counts. Tom Brady as well.
And do you feel like as a former quarterback, is that just something you get comfortable with? I mean, you got into a rhythm of your cadence and you knew how to get guys to jump a little bit too, as well as in your hard count?
Yes, it's definitely a skill. Here we got rollout. Andre White beats the block. Good job, Andre White. He beat his block and forced the quarterback into an errant throw.
He really did. He shed the blocker so quickly. That's what Andre White does. And White pushes Underkoffler looked real off balance with that throw, so it'll be incomplete. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Pressure makes quarterbacks do crazy things. So if you can get pressure on the quarterback, you never know what he's going to do.
Coming into the game today, Harrisburg on the ground, they're 249 in rushing. Exeter's 307 total yards. The hat goes to Harrisburg at 447. Exeter is 424 yards. So these teams match up number-wise pretty well. Shotgun formation, single receivers left and right. Underkoffler's going to keep it himself, and he'll be met by Andre Wright, helmet to helmet, and Wright will come up with another tackle.
Yes, like I said before, Andre Wright, he's a magnet. He's a magnet to the ball. Basically on every run play, he's going to be near the ball.
I just noticed this offensive line for Exeter. They are pretty good size, Ben. I mean, they've got some big hosses up front here. Berks County team coming in on the road. Tough place to play at Severance Field on a cold day. They are effectively moving the ball 3rd and 6. In the red zone opportunity here.
Big play right here. I'm not sure if Exeter has a good field goal kicker or not, but you don't want to take a sack right here.
They'll bring Tyler Bentz has come in. I do not know his long this year. Left side, Underkoffler. Koffler's going to keep it across the 10, puts his head down. Andre Wright and a host of guys will bring him down. Also will be helped by Nazir Morrell also will help bring down the tackle. And he moved the chains.
Yeah, good block by number 29, kicking out Jai Burney. Jai Burney's actually a heck of a football player as well. But Jai did his job as keeping outside contained. Somebody should be filling that lane, whether it's the linebacker or the safeties.
So it'll be 1st and call it 8.
As you can see, they tried the hard count again, didn't get them, so now they're looking to get the play.
And it's the first time I've seen you see Harrisburg back on their heels just a little bit defensively right now.
Right, you see Michael Parsons to the right. They're probably trying to adjust to him as well.
So it'll be the delay of the game. It looks like it's going to go across against Exeter. That's a tough call here on 1st and 8 for them. It just that play call, Ben, I saw them looking over. Just seemed like they weren't getting it in fast enough.
Yeah, offensive coordinator probably got a little bit indecisive, but it happens. Or Harrisburg probably lined up a way that he wasn't expecting them to line up.
1st and 13 call. It's 7:37 to play here, first quarter. Underkoffler's going to keep it himself. He'll be dragged down backside.
Who was that?
That was Nazir Mariel brought him down.
That was a great pursuit by Nazir. If Harrisburg can get a stop right here, this would be big. Big momentum swing.
2nd, 13.
Number 13.
To Exeter's advantage, they have a running quarterback, so sometimes it's hard to account for that in your defense.
7:08, 2nd, 13. Underkoffler going to roll right. Pressure coming by Parsons in his face, and it's going to be incomplete. Boy, did Mike bring that pressure. He's averaging a sack a game. But impressively, what he's done offensively too, Ben, is he's ranked nationally. He's 24th nationally in rushing yards total.
And
that's saying something.
That's saying a lot. You know, this year there's a new running backs coach in the Harrisburg roster. His name is Jawan Chisholm. He's a Harrisburg alum, and he went to Akron and had a great career as a running back. So he's probably coaching those running backs up at Harrisburg.
3rd down, 13. Shotgun. Single receivers left and right.
Now, as a quarterback right here, you don't want to get greedy and try to force anything to an interception. Harrisburg, as long as you keep him out the end zone, it's a win for you.
Yeah, to Moran. Going left side. And flags are down. I don't know if that'd be holding. That might be coming back, Ben. So the flag was thrown right around the 10-yard line. And that's going to move him back. That's going to go against Exeter. I'll wait for our call. So it looked like holding on the left side.
That's a big penalty right there. That could potentially knock them out of field goal range.
We'll see. I don't know where it came in. We'd have to. I didn't see that angle.
Pursuit by number 30 on that.
That was Williams with the pursuit for Harrisburg. All right, so it's backing him up. 3rd down, 24. 3rd down forever, really, for Exeter.
Once again, they want to be careful. Last 3rd down, they ran it, played it safe, and actually got a penalty. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what they do this down right here.
Fake the give, going to go over top down the seam. It's going to be incomplete.
He can take it to the house.
Carey, or excuse me, that's Bernie. Or Ronald Kent, excuse me. Ronald Kent Jr. came up with the interception, and yeah, you're right. You have to be careful. Harrisburg gets the hold they need, Ben, pretty effectively. Exeter comes in, moving the ball. 12-play drive ends in an interception.
Right. I talked about it earlier. You can't beat yourself. They had penalties on that possession, and also the interception. There it is, Ronald Kent. I think he's a ball hawk.
I think Matt Feeney, the tight end, and they were looking for the tight end down the seam. The seam looked like it might be an open for a moment, but I don't know what kind of coverage they were in. But he's floating back there. Ronald Kent Jr., you got to be very careful when you throw that ball across the seam because he's all over. He has a nose for the ball, as you said, Ben. And Harrisburg gets the turnover they want here, their first possession.
There it is.
Wilkerson gives to Parson. Parson left side. Rumbling, pushing forward. And he's still on his feet. Crossing the 35.
10-yard run, first play of the game.
And Sean Henry had to drag him down. Along with Anthony Zubula.
We'll rarely see the first person ever tackle him. First two people usually don't tackle him.
I mean, what would you tell your defense when you hit Parsons? You got to stay low. I mean, what do you tell them?
You got to stay low and you got to fly to the ball. So there's only so much you can say.
Shotgun formation, 1st and 10. Wilkerson looking over the top, going long.
There it is.
It's going to be complete. I don't know. Maurice Glenn, who I love on the basketball court many times too. Maurice Glenn comes up, makes a great catch. I mean, there was double coverage, 2 receivers on that side. Wilkerson threaded the ball, and you know what? He has that much faith in Maurice Glenn, and he'll go up and get it. Take another look at it.
Wilkerson drops back, steps up, throws the ball on time. Very accurate outside shoulder. Maurice Glenn, it's actually his first year playing football, but you wouldn't be able to tell by the way he plays.
Shotgun, 1st and 10, 5:59. Bunch to the left. They got trips to bunch to the left to give to Parson, left side. Parson going across the 30-yard line, down the sideline, still on his feet. Oh, he's on his feet yet, avoiding tackles. Oh, are you kidding me? Crossing the 10-yard line, touchdown Cougars. I don't know if I believe what I just saw there. I could not talk for a moment. Lost all thought when Parson stayed on his feet, crossing over. You know what I say to Ben? That's a man run. That ain't a kid out there. That is a man running the ball. Take another look at this one more time. He's looking like he's going to be knocked out of bounds. Missed.
It's the power, it's the change of speed, it's the change of direction. He has the total package. There's no weakness in his running ability. There's no weakness in it. You can't coach that. That's just sheer talent.
Well, Kent will have the hold. Kent's making sure he has everybody on the field here. Shaquan Anderson-Butts does the kicking duties, and there's a flag. I mean, I've seen a lot of things across these years in Central PA, but that run right there, I thought he was done at the 30.
Usually when guys make them type of runs, they're 5'9", 175, 190. He's 6'2", 230 doing that.
And usually their name's Ben Dupree.
You could say something like that.
Oh, I could tell you many days of your playing career. You're a highlight film.
But what's the penalty right here?
The penalty. That's Coach Calvin Everett, who I thought has done such a fine job in his 7th year. Looking on. This is the stuff that does come back there, haunt you a little bit sometimes when you get the penalties on your extra point. You're moving it back. Now you're putting pressure on Shaquan Anderson-Butts. But you know what? He says forget the pressure. The kick is no good. It went a little low. So Harrisburg's on the board after a beautiful run by Micah Parsons.
It looks like they're going to see a heavy dose of Micah. Looks like they're going to see a heavy dose of Micah Parsons this game.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Well, right before we went to break, 35 yards out, Parsons scores. The point after was a penalty, so Shaquan Anderson-Button misses the point after. Harrisburg on the board here in the 5A opening round at Severance Field, 6-0. Fucci back to receive for Exeter.
Harrisburg's offense is extremely high powered. They scored in, what was that, about 4 plays?
4-play drive, 35 yards out. And Fucci will get it across the 20-yard line. You got to watch for him. He's short and shifty. He's crossing the 40-yard line, picking up yards. He's going to bounce out to the right, still not down.
Good hustle. Who's that, number 5?
That was Jameer Plant come up to make the tackle on special teams. If not,
yeah, if he doesn't hustle and make that tackle, that could have been a much longer game.
So that was 3-play drive, 76 yards. We were 1 under. So, I mean, you're right. Total time for Harrisburg on that score, 47 seconds.
And you wonder how they put up 52 points a game, because they could score in 47 seconds. That's how you put up 52 points.
That's exactly right. 1st and 10, ball will be on the 46-yard line for Exeter. Their second possession of the first quarter. Under Koffler to Williams, shotgun.
Harrisburg's still in their 4-4 cover 3 look.
So under Koffler will have twins over to the right and a single receiver left. Moran is his lone back. He'll give the Moran left side.
There's Jai Burney setting the edge.
Jai Burney coming up to make a great tackle.
Now, that's what is it, about 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6. It's a pretty decent game for Exeter on 1st down. Like I said, you want to get positive yards on 1st down. It makes it so much easier as a play caller to call your 2nd down play.
You know, when you needed something big and you went inside the huddle, I mean, as a quarterback, what are just some of the things right from the get-go you say to your players when you get in that huddle?
Listen up, guys. Focus up.
Moran right side, big hole, busting over the middle, and the secondary had to come up. Burney come out to make the tackle. Or take that back, that was McNeil and Gant. Burney's in on the table, but when you have your secondary making that tackle, Moran, that means they're chunking up some yards on you.
Yeah, they obviously see something. They're having success doing something in there that they saw on film, because they're attacking it.
There's that hard count again, and Undercoffer's looking and saying, hey, look, we think you jumped. Twin receivers to the left and a single receiver far right. This Exeter team won 5 in a row to come into today's game. Give to Moran. Moran, big hole again, busting out. He'll be brought down by Carmon Williams, the defensive end tight end. Gage Moran is today is going to be a workhorse. He's a solid kid. You can take big thighs, strong as a running back, isn't he? He's low to the ground, low center of gravity. And he's tough to bring down.
Yeah, he's finding the hole. That's what you want to look at as a running back. Can you find the hole in there? And he's finding it. He's hitting it and getting the 3rd level. Harrisburg's safety is playing pretty good as well. He's making that tackle. He's not missing on the tackle and giving up touchdowns.
People don't realize how tough that safety position is on run coverage. You got to come up and make plays. Crossing the 30 left side under Koffler. Again, we said he had 1,000 on the ground. He's a dual threat quarterback. And Ben, you mentioned probably an athlete playing a quarterback position, probably more of an athlete quarterback combination, and probably a kid that would play other positions if he wasn't playing quarterback.
Yeah, he obviously brings some type of intangibles, whether he's a natural born leader or something. There's a reason why he's playing quarterback as well.
Twin receivers far right, single receiver. It's been a lineup a lot. Moran single back. They're looking over the sideline to get the play. 4:05 to play here.
So they got Harrisburg, the outside linebacker, Saquon, but they got him to widen out. Or he's coming back in. He's going to widen out and play the pass, or stay in and play the run. He's right in the middle.
He's going to come on the run and come up, step up, run. He misses Moran. Backside tackle by Williams for Harrisburg.
Like you said, Exeter's O-line seems to be getting a lot of movement in there, so it looks like they're going to be able to get some yardage up in there.
I know Jameer Henderson just checked in on the nose. They bring him in sometimes on certain packages. Henderson's only a 9th grader.
Watch for the hard count here. They're probably going to try to get him to jump.
You take a look at Matt Bauer, who played at New Hampshire, the Exeter coach. He's in his 9th season. He played tight end. He came in and kind of breathed some new life in this Exeter football program. They've made the playoffs several years under his tutelage. And Parsons and guys coming up to make the tackle. Also making the net first hit is Jeff Chisholm. He's only a junior. And here's another thing, Ben. This Harrisburg Cougar team has a lot of people coming back.
Yes, especially defensively. You know, they lose their 2 corners, but they still got Jai Burney coming back. They got Andre White coming back. Got a couple guys. Got more than enough guys to make a run next year as well.
You know, I can't say enough about Calvin Elbert. I know when Coach Smallwood and guys sit down, and after Coach Chomp left, who was going to be the new signal caller and the helm. At 32 years old, he got the job. And what Coach Chomp say about him, he knew right away when he chose him as an assistant that he had character and he knew the kids. He related to the kids, soft-spoken guy. Here's another thing. He holds the longest run from scrimmage for the Harrisburg Cougars, a 99-yard run against Chambersburg, and I bet he could describe it. Just, it was a blast play call, and he went 99 yards.
That's one record that will never be broken.
Well, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with more football action after these messages.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two, it's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Well, Coach Bauer and his team's faced with a 4th down and 3 in Cougar territory. Ben, I don't know. You roll Undercuffler out to the right, come back to the seam left side. Which side do you think you want to go? They tried to run away from Micah's side. What do you think they got in the huddle here, this play call?
If I was a play caller, I'd probably call play action to the running back and probably hit one of the tight ends in the flat. But we'll see what they do. They're going to run QB power. They're stretching it out. He's not going to get it.
Yeah, that's tough to do. That pursuit was there by Danielle Henrique, who comes up to make the tackle and lets Exeter know a little bit. There's just so many athletes on this other side. Let's take another look at it. They're going to roll him right, blast him right hard. And right there.
He was too fast. He wasn't patient enough. Then let his guard get around to plug up in the hole to see if he can make it work. On power, if the quarterback gets outside, it's a bad play. He has to cut that up.
That's spoken like somebody who's done it his whole life. I'm really surprised, Ben, you came back to the cold, balmy wintertime of central Pennsylvania when you're down there in the beautiful weather at Citadel. Did it ever get cold down there?
No, I mean, it snowed once in my 4 years for like a day, for less than an inch, and all the high schools got canceled. They panicked. But no, it's probably, if I check the weather now, it's probably in the 60s, 70s right now.
They got panicked and they called school off with one bit of snow. How about it?
Right. But no, it feels good to be back, to get back to the community where I'm from.
Yeah,
so
I know you had a great year. You enjoyed coaching at Susquehanna Township. I still feel like we've talked many times with you that maybe head coaching position is in your future sometime, and I would be the first person if somebody called me to speak up for the character integrity of what you bring, Ben. Shotgun formation, 2 minutes to play here, first quarter. Wilkerson's got twin trips receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Give up front.
Jameer has improved this season. I got a chance to watch him early in the season, and from then to now, he's definitely gotten better.
Jameer Plant is a nice, I mean, he's a kid that I feel like will get carries at any other program in the capital area. He's running behind, Micah Parsons, but he's a nice change of pass back, and he's hard to pick up because he's smaller. When you change a pace back, and because he's smaller, when he comes to the line, sometimes I feel like the defense loses him.
Yeah, and he runs hard though. He doesn't run it like it starts. He runs hard, so when you tackle him, you feel it.
3rd and 7.
Now Reese Glenn down to the bottom.
Wilkerson stepping up.
There it is.
Beautiful ball thrown top. Perfect. You're not going to catch him.
You're not going to get caught.
Kent Jr. crossed the 10. That's a touchdown, Harrisburg Cougars. Once that ball was lifted to his hands, you knew he was going to do something different in that secondary.
Right.
Matt Feeney on the coverage, the junior. He got beat, and there was nobody. I don't know if they went man bend. Maybe you can see defensively what they're trying to do.
You see Yamir, when he gets back there and he can set his feet and throw the ball on time, he's extremely accurate.
Well, he beat Buddy Wolf. Buddy Wolf, the separation was quick. That's a touchdown for the Harrisburg Cougars. Ronald Kent Jr., the senior. We've seen this from him many times. Just another kid, I think, Ben, that can play at the next level.
Yes, he definitely can. With his speed, speed kills. If you got speed, you got a chance. And he's not just fast. He also can cut. He's a good football player as well. He's a fast football player. He's not just a fast guy playing football.
So Shaquan Anderson Butts will be brought on. Ronald Kent Jr. will have the hold. Snap, down, kick, up. This time it's good. 13-0. Harrisburg will be back with more football action here on ABC 27.
They're playing Harrisburg man-to-man. This is probably all you can do.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invika has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invika is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invika, providing affordable HD video solutions.
Well, welcome back. As we mentioned, Ronald Kent Jr. on that last big play for Harrisburg. We saw man coverage by Exeter, and I don't know, Ben. I mean, as you said, what can you do? You got to pick your poison.
You got to pick your poison. I mean, man might be the best thing to do in their eyes, because zone, if you play zone, they can just throw it short, and the same thing, they get the same results, just a different way. But once again, it was another 3-play drive by Harrisburg.
Fusey, right side. I do like this kid, Jack Fusey. I mean, he's a playmaker, and he's one of those hustlers. He gets after it. Done a lot of duties here today, returning. So 13-0. 55 seconds here first quarter. This will be the third possession for Exeter. They've been in the red zone twice now.
Yeah, Exeter, they're moving the ball. They can't capitalize when they get down there. They missed an opportunity on 2 fourth downs. One was actually an interception. But they're moving the ball, but it looks like they can't stop Harrisburg. So
3 plays, 74 yards. So 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns, 6 total plays. Minute 36 that time, 47 seconds on their first score. And oh, what a great play. He blew the play up from the get-go. That's Deontay Payne coming up to make the play for the Harrisburg Cougars. Man, he got after it.
Yes, he did. Beat the block. And first down was a negative play, so now it's 2nd and long. Let's see what they have to dial up.
This is where you know when you get those long opportunities and you got those bookends on both ends, Parsons and Anderson Butts, and that linebacking core up the middle with Deontay Payne and Andre White. This is where that pressure comes from, and I've seen them blow up so many plays. Andre White, again, we only mentioned this as junior, and the senior Deontay Payne is another guy. I really feel like he's just a hard-nosed kind of throwback type of football player.
Yeah, he could play at the next level as well.
Single receivers to the left. He's going to roll that way. Undercuffler looking downfield. Has a little bit of time. He's going to throw it picked off to Kent. Kent looking for a block coming across the 30-yard line. And Ronald Kent Jr. comes up with another play.
Yeah, you want to be careful in that situation. They weren't careful. He actually had the comeback open. If we can get the replay.
On that comeback play, you'll see it here. Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah. Well, you can't see the receiver. He had him open, but he basically waited too late and threw it to the other receiver that was running a different route.
Let's get 3 guys on that far side here. Might be a better view here when we get this camera view here. He's looking down, and it went to the wrong receiver. You're right. You think he had the outside open? Yeah,
he had the outside. He's running a comeback. But when you're in 2nd and long, it's a tough position to put quarterbacks and offensive coordinators in. And with the quarterback being more of an athlete than a standard quarterback, he probably didn't feel comfortable throwing it on time as he was supposed to.
What do you think the biggest difference when you leave this as a high school? Take a look one more time. We'll get another look at it.
If you can see the outside, who was that number 9 in white? He probably should. That's where it should have went.
Javier, we should have gone to Alex Javier, but it didn't. It went inside, instead of outside. As you said, he had him open. So it'll be 1st and 10, 51 seconds. Harrisburg. They'll have another opportunity here.
Yep, and looks like Exeter is still playing man-to-man, so let's see if they take a shot up top. They're running reverse.
Reverse. Harrisburg going in the playbook. Down the sideline. And that's going to be a touchdown.
Rynell Gant.
I tell you what, they come back with the reverse with Rynell Gant Jr. and he walks in the end zone. I don't even know if he was touched. Touchdown Harrisburg Cougars. I mean, they can do it from any direction.
So Harrisburg has ran 7 plays and they have 3 touchdowns.
7 plays, 3 touchdowns. There's Gant. Made it look pretty easy coming across, and he had a block, and he put it in the end zone. Wow.
First quarter.
Well, we'll be right back after these messages. Come join 2-time CMA songwriter nominee Win Varble, who penned Brad Paisley's Waiting on a Woman and Darryl Worley's Have You Forgotten. Also, artists from Sony, Hannah Dasher, and Kendall Marvel, who has written hits for Chris Stapleton, George Strait, Jamie Johnson, and Jake Owens, and many, many, many more on January 20th at the Conference Center at Central Penn. Tickets on sale now at Invicta Entertainment. Don't miss this great night as Nashville's best come to town to tell their secrets behind their great songs. Well, welcome back. Harrisburg, as you said, Ben, 7 plays and 3 touchdowns. I mean, there's 2 turnovers, 2 major turnovers, 2 interceptions by Underkoffler, and we had an injured player on the field too. That was Michael Stout, who is being helped by the Wallace head coach Matt Bauer and crew.
Yes, and if you turn the ball over versus Harrisburg, you will not win.
You mentioned that in pregame, just
right.
that they had to limit turnovers.
Right, and if you pay attention to last week, Cumberland Valley turned the ball over like 3 or 4 times in the first half, and the game was over by halftime. Their offense is too explosive, and they're too on point for you to turn the ball over.
We'll have Shaquan Anderson-Butt with Ronald Kent Jr. with the hold. The hold's down. The kick is up. It's good. 20-0, Harrisburg on the board. And we'll be right back with more football on ABC 27 after these messages.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
We want to take this moment to thank the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for sponsoring today's Harrisburg High School football game. PHFA helps low and moderate income families with affordable home mortgage loans. Don't just dream about owning that home, you may be able to buy it. Visit their website at www.phfa.org. That's www.phfa.org or search PHFA on the web. They offer home loans that fit your budget. Well, Exeter again, I'm going to have good field position across the 30-yard line.
Exeter has to be careful to stick with the game plan. It's still early in the game. Don't come out trying to chuck the ball downfield. That's not what you do. Stick with the game plan. Take it down by down.
Well, you see that last play. One play, 29 yards, 9 seconds. Their first touchdown, 47 seconds. They had their second touchdown, 1:36. They're scoring quick and fast. That was a 29-yard reverse in score by Rynell Gant. And Harrisburg on the board, 20-0.
Yes, this Harrisburg speed is right now is too much for Exeter.
Shotgun. Trying that hard count again. The offensive line will stand up, and again, they're very impressive offensive line, size-wise. Give the Moran right side. He'll pick up some yardage. He'll pick up, call it 6, 7. But this is the problem. When you get forced into doing things like this, mistakes happen. Ronald Kent Jr. picked that first play, took it across the 30-yard line, setting up a touchdown for Harrisburg. And then this one right here. Underkoffler had the outside receiver open, and he threw it again into Kent's hands, and that set up a 29-yard touchdown for Harrisburg. So scoring off of both possessions. Moran, boy, he'll be scooped up by Shaquan Anderson-Butts coming up to make the tackle. And he had some help with some other Harrisburg Cougars in those black jerseys today.
Good job by Saquon setting the edge and not letting him get outside of him. He also set the edge and made the tackle. That's a heck of a play.
So it'll be 3rd down and 2 for Exeter. Big 3rd down and 2, Ben.
Why are they calling it? Did they call it?
Yeah, they're calling it 1, 3rd and 1.
First down, maybe.
Or did he get it?
Yeah, they gave him the tone.
The chains are going to move. It's actually going to be a 1st down for Exeter. So again, they're not shy of moving the ball.
No, they're not.
This first half.
When they get to the red zone, they're struggling.
That becomes a coaching nightmare, doesn't it? You get your team in the red zone and you just can't find a way to put it in. Turnovers, penalties hurt them in the first quarter. In the red zone, they had some false starts. They give Moran across the 40, cutting it back.
Good tackle.
45.
Good tackle, Donnell Henriquez.
Donnell Henriquez come up to make the tackle.
Now, Exeter, they're getting some runs, but they're not making the long runs because Harrisburg, they do a very good job of making open field tackles with their cornerbacks and their safeties. They're not letting them get more than 10-yard runs.
So it'll be 2nd and 4. got to find a way if you're Exeter to put something on the board here, or this can get out of hand very quickly.
Right.
Single receivers to the left. Ran right side, or up the middle, excuse me, across the 50-yard line, pulling people with him. Andre Wright and the host of Cougars on the tackle. Jeff Chisholm, Deontay Payne in. And Andre White making the initial hit.
Harrisburg sent a blitz in there. It got through, but the running back made the linebacker miss in the backfield. This running back is pretty decent.
Gage Moran thought the season started that he wouldn't even be a starter. There's Matt Bauer there looking on. He played behind a great running back who broke his collarbone. When he got his chance, though, he made the best of it. He didn't drop far off at all. So Gage Moran being the second back, only getting a couple carries to gain. But the moment Nick Saranguselis came out, Moran comes in.
Number 7, Donnell Enriquez, again with a big play. You can tell he's definitely a Division I athlete, number 7, Donnell Enriquez. I'm not sure if he's playing offense or defense neither, but he's making his presence known on defense right now. He's making a lot of solo tackles, and that's very rare for cornerbacks to make solo tackles.
I think it's pursuit to the ball. He's very hungry, isn't he? When the ball's in motion, he finds it. Some people just seem to have a nose. Am I right, Ben?
Yeah, he's taking the right angle. It's a game of angles, and he's taking the right angle, and he's just cutting it off and making the tackle. He's doing everything right as a corner right now. And Kent's over there being a ball hawk with 2 interceptions.
Shotgun formation. Twins receivers to the
QB
left.
power. Who was that?
Quarterback keeper. Undercuffler on the keeper.
Yep. Who was on the tackle?
Would Deontay Payne come up to make the tackle?
That was a great play. He took on the block and made the tackle at the same time.
So it'll be 3rd and 5 for Harrisburg. Twin receivers, a single receiver here on the top side. Moran to the right of Undercuffler. They're going to look sideline again.
Big play, 3rd down.
3rd and 5. The best band in the land, they call themselves, and I love Harrisburg Bandit. The Cougars keep that band going. Keeper, Undercuffler across the 40. He won't get it. I don't know. I mean, are they going to try to go for it here, Ben?
Might be a position where, I mean, you're in no man's land. You can get a quick kickoff, try to pin them deep, or you can take a chance right here on the 40, giving them decent field possession. But hey, that's why they coach. That's why we're up here.
So it'll be 4th and 5. Exeter's going to keep it. They're going to go for it. Undercuffler and Moran to his left. Twin receivers, as we've seen a lot, and a single receiver box side. Dump off from Moran out of the backfield. He's going to drop it. Boy, he had a whole lot of Cougars on pursuit.
Yes, he did. And I know he's seen that. He probably saw what we saw, and that's what made him drop the ball. He didn't look it all the way in. Keep your head up, 29.
He is, as you said, Moran's been he's a hustler, no doubt about it. So he'll drop that pass. It'll be take over on downs for Harrisburg Cougars. They've had 7 plays, 3 scores.
You got Michael Parsons back in the backfield.
At this point in time, Ben, I mean, it's one of those things where you can just go and you can grind him out here this whole second quarter in the first half if you want to, or he sets up that passing game so well.
Yes, and you got Yamir back there slinging it around. So
I said, as you said in the off camera, he's worked so much on Wilkerson has worked so much on his footwork, and you can see it. His steps, his drops.
Yes, throwing the ball on time. That's the biggest thing. There it is. Drop, step, throw.
Over top, going over the top, and that ball is going to float. There was no one really. He's looking at Burnett's side, and that'll be our Kent side, excuse me, and that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, Exeter got a chance to get some pressure on him right there, and he let it go before he can get there. But right there, you can see Yamir's arm. He threw that off his back foot and he threw it a long way.
Exeter has 9 first downs, Harrisburg 5 first downs. So they're moving the ball. So the score really is not an indication of what Exeter's done offensively, because it's turnovers and been capitalized.
Turnover, that's the biggest stat. That's the biggest stat in the game. Turnovers.
Harrisburg will capitalize anytime you give them the ball. Twin trips receivers. Parsons in motion. Wilkerson's going to keep across the 40. This is what he does. Dances across the 50-yard line, stays on his feet, and hopes to be drugged down backside. Making the tackles, Matt Feeney for Exeter.
That's pretty decent run right there by Yamir. picking up the first down.
And it's something, Ben, we talked about, like, he can do that so often. Like, he could be a featured portion of your offense at all times if you needed him to be, but he doesn't have to be.
Right, because he can run, like we talked about, he can run and he can throw.
Just an all-around great athlete, solid quarterback. He's worked so much. He's a lefty, likes to sling it. Trips receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Give to Parson. Parson right side, blowing up the middle. Head down, just knocked down the defensive back, and he'll be wrestled down on the backside. Coming up is Michael Crane to make the tackle. I don't know who he hit, but he put a shoulder down, and I think it was Buddy Wolf. Found out that Micah Parson is for real. Take a look at this again. Oh boy,
Wolf tried to hit him way too high right there. You got to go at his legs.
And you hit him high, and you just bounce off of him. I mean, it's. We said it so much, and I saw when he played basketball this year for the Cougars that it was a man inside the middle. Parsons, right side, cuts up.
Touchdown.
Beautiful play. Across the 20-yard line to 10. He's going to go in the end zone untouched. Touchdown, Micah Parsons. That's his second of the game.
And right there, he looked like a legit running back. He put his foot in the ground, got north and south, and exploded through the hole. He definitely has polished his skills as a running back.
You know, Ben, it's often, and I know I'm not the only person around here in this part in Central PA. I just shake my head sometimes when I see him.
It's 6'2", 230, running like that. They say he's playing defense at the next level. I'm not sure what he's playing, but he can play running back or defense in my eyes.
Sometimes, man, oh man, unbelievable. Ball down, Kent on the hold. Anderson Butts puts it up to the uprights, and Harrisburg's on the board again. 4 possessions, 4 scores. 27-0. We'll be right back after these messages. Come join 2-time CMA songwriter nominee Win Varble, who penned Brad Paisley's Waiting on a Woman and Darryl Worley's Have You Forgotten. Also, artist from Sony, Hannah Dasher, and Kendall Marvel, who has written hits for Chris Stapleton, George Strait, Jamie Johnson, and Jake Owens, and many, many, many more on January 20th at the Conference Center at Central Penn. Tickets on sale now at Invicta Entertainment. Don't miss this great night as Nashville's best come to town to tell their secrets behind their great songs. 27-0, Ben, and let's just put you on the other side of the field. You're in the white jersey, blue and white, coaching staff. What are you telling your guys right now?
Right now, I'm telling my guys, keep fighting, don't give up, and stick with the game plan. Like I said, it's still early. It's only the second quarter. I've been a part of games when I've been down 27-0 and came back and won, and that was in the third quarter. So it's a long way.
Yeah, you got to stay optimistic. Seth Eagle on the return left side for Exeter. And there's a 4-play drive, 59 yards and 53 seconds. Again, so they've had the ball 5 times, and they've scored, and they've total possession of time is probably around about the 5-minute, 40-second mark, and they've scored 27 points.
It's amazing. Once again, 52 points a game.
Wonderful young man there playing at East. Davis is playing now at East Stroudsburg. Beautiful smile on his face. Cougars returning back, and he got a little recognition. And
played in the Big 33 as well.
Played a, Big 33 player as well. Left side, Underkoffler looking to try to get back to the 40-yard line. And Andre White will come up to make the tackle. Ronald Kent Jr. helps.
Exeter's having success on 1st and 2nd down. Their problem has been on 3rd and 4th down when it gets there. They've had a turnover on 4th down, and they had a turnover on 3rd down, I believe. That actually might have been 2nd and long, where he threw the interception to Kent the 2nd time. But let's see what they draw up for 2nd down right here.
Single receiver is far left, 1 right. Give to Moran. Moran, left side. He'll be ripped down and pulled down.
There it is, another 1st down on 2nd down.
But Jai Burney come up to make the tackle. I like Jai Burney. Solid, strong kid put together.
Yeah, strong kid. Good kid, too. I see him in the hallway at side tech all the time. He's a leader. He's a leader off the field as well.
You know, I know that's something that you talk to these guys about. You're mentoring. You came back to our area, Ben, to really be a mentor. And I remember I was fortunate to be a teacher of yours, and you carried a 4.0, and you aggressively carried that 4.0. You never let the A's was part of what you did all the time, and I'm sure you're talking to these young men about that academically.
Yes, they seem to get it, though. You know, I worked down at Sci Tech which is a high school in the Harrisburg School District, and a couple of the guys go there. Michael Parsons, Andre White, Jai Burney, Maurice Glenn, and they are not clowns at all. They carry themselves how they're supposed to carry themselves throughout the building. They get to class. They're not in the hallways. They're leaders off the field as well, and that's part of the reason why they're 10-0.
Yeah, character means so much in this game, and when it clicks with kids and they get it, and it got. I remember numerous times where kids like yourself, Ben, and well, you're a grown man now, but that shows my age. Back to football action, but you always got it. You knew how important academics, along with your athletic ability, was. Character wins battles. 2nd and 8, 4:41 up. Probably smart that he picked it up. I don't think he had a time. By the time he'd have picked it up, there was too many jerseys in his face. So Undercuffler probably made a smart decision right there. And he's holding his left side of his back. I don't know. Let's take a look at it again, Ben.
Yeah, he's lost the concentration. Bad snap though, but nothing you can really do right.
He got up slow, Ben. He's back on there. He's a tough kid.
Yeah, you got to gut it out for his team in this one. If nothing feel like it's snapped or broke, you got to keep playing in this game.
What was the difference leaving high school into the college level? Is it the quickness of the game, size of the game? What did you feel like freshman year when you came onto a college campus and took a snap? What was the difference?
Just how big technique was. It just wasn't all. It's not all about athleticism. You got to really sharpen your skills and get the technique down to be a good player on the field.
So it'll be 4th down. Exeter. 3rd down conversions, they're 1 for 4. Look at Harrisburg's 1 for 1 on 1st down. They really haven't had to do much that way, but Exeter can't convert. And you mentioned that, Ben. They can't convert in those 3rd downs and those 4th downs right now. And that's been the difference. They've been in the red zone, inside the red zone twice already in the first half. But the score being down 27-0, you would never know it if you're just tuning now into the game. 2nd and 8. 4th and 7. Excuse me. 4th and 7. 4th and 8. Underculfer's pass is complete. He had time, and that's going to move the chains. John Swenson, the senior, he's 6'3", 165 pounds. That was a good ball from the get-go.
It was a good ball. You know, he sat back there. It was a little bit late. It seemed like something was off a little bit, but he got it in there. Step up, held on to the second window, got it in there. Good catch. That's what you got to do against this Harrisburg defense. They're going to put you in tough situations. You got to be able to execute.
2nd and 8. Twins right. Single receiver left. Moran up the middle, pushing hard.
I got to give Exeter's offensive coordinator a lot of credit. He's sticking with the game plan. Oh, we got a flag right there.
Matt Holschler is the offensive coordinator. Defensive coordinator Chris Ciotto, and other assistant coaches Anthony Ciotto and Kerry Ciotto. I know on that other side you talked about some of the coaches. You know a lot of these guys are around here in this area. Harrisburg. When Calvin Everett took this job, he wanted to find guys that was equally minded to him, and he went and he found the guys. And I remember in the first couple of years that, you know, people weren't always easy on Calvin Everett, but I tell you right now, when you think about it, leading that team to the state championship last year, having them at their best record ever, he's done nothing but an outstanding job with this team.
Yes, kudos to Coach Everett, because he's definitely a positive role model. He's more than just a football coach to these kids. He's a very good father figure as well.
And oftentimes helping kids in college decisions, picking them up, talking to them. It's all about, it's so much more than what's on a scoreboard. It's so much more about a football on the green. But when you're in these big games, you just live for it as a coach. So
right.
Guys, let's just get to the big ones.
You got to take it game by game, though.
Shotgun. Single receivers. Dual receivers, single receiver on our far side, 89, checked into the game for. That's John Swenson. Swenson, big target at 6'3", 165. Underculfer's going to keep it, cross the 40-yard line, be hit really hard. Jai Burney comes up and lays the wood.
Jai Burney with the amazing tackle right there.
Burney, I think at that next level, he's going to continue to get even physically more bigger, and I think they're going to make him a down. I think he looks like a kid that might convert over to a nose spot. You know,
yes, he might be. He can play anywhere. He's so aggressive. He can play anywhere in the trenches.
Our count look left side again. Burney getting another opportunity to come back next year too. I tell you what, there's a lot of guys out there right now that if you're a college coach, this is a place you want to be. Underculfer incomplete to Moran.
Now, that small decision right there by Undercoffer to get the ball away was huge. He could have danced around, and it probably would end up taking a sack. But just him throwing the ball away, it makes it an easier situation. It could be 4th and 3 now instead of 4th and 10, 4th and 12.
I like what I see in him as a quarterback. I feel like the kid's got a lot of good upside his game. He's 6'2", he's 215. He's a strong, big guys.
Yes. It'd be interesting to see. I'm not sure if he plays any defense at all. But he probably, if they had another quarterback, he probably could play somewhere on the defensive end as well. He has a good knack for the game.
Well, it's going to be a timeout. Exeter's going to take a timeout to talk about it. We'll be right back on ABC 27 with the second quarter action after these messages.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, YouTube, it's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Well, look at that fall foliage, man. What a beautiful time in Central PA. It is cold, but that's when I appreciate. That's the Blue Mountains over there. You can see that right along those beautiful Appalachian Mountains that go Maine to Georgia. And we're fortunate to be in such a beautiful area, Ben. And when that fall foliage sets in, all the different colors in the trees, I love it. I'm a mountain man. Mountains or oceans, Ben? What would you rather prefer?
Probably neither one. I don't know how to swim, and I don't like the cold.
4th down and 3, Exeter. Big play here. Give to Moran. Moran bouncing, fine room. He ducked under.
Looks like he might be a tad bit short, depending on the spot.
It's going to be inches short if he doesn't get it to see where the spot is.
Oh, they moved it back.
They moved it back a ½ inch probably. I don't know. I thought that spot was more forward.
I'm not sure if his knee was already down or what the official saw, but
yeah, it's going to be a turnover on downs, so it's going to give Harrisburg the ball back. Second turnover on downs. While we have this stoppage in the game, we wanted to remind folks that our sponsors today is the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. You know, coming up with a down payment and closing costs is often the main obstacle to home ownership. The PHFA offers small second loans to help with those costs. Learn more on their website at www.phfa.org. That's www.phfa.org, or search PHFA on the web. They offer home loans that fit your budget. Also, we're really happy to be doing this game today with Invicta Entertainment and Productions, bringing today's action for you. And there's going to be a penalty, and that's going to go against Harrisburg. One of the few things that's gone against them today. Everything clicking right here for the Cougars.
Yes, offensively, Harrisburg has to be one of the most explosive teams in the state, if not the most explosive team in the state, especially in this 5A.
Number 2 in the state, nationally ranked. They're 74 in the top 100 nationally ranked. That's saying something. This team's a nationally ranked team that you're playing today. It's not very often that we have nationally ranked teams around here, Ben.
Correct. And you have like the #1 player in the nation. I'm not sure if he's #1, but he's definitely top 3 in Michael Parsons.
Wilkerson, time, delivers, on the money, ball. Oh, it's incomplete. But that wasn't a bad ball at all to Jameer Plant. Overthrew him a little bit. What'd you see, Ben?
Yes, he was there. It was a good ball, perfect timing. It was a little bit of contact up there with the receivers, but that's what you have to do as a defense with the receivers. At the DB, you have to make contact and just make them think about something before he throws the ball.
I think you can count 5, 6 Mississippi. That's how much time he has, and you give a guy that much time, I mean,
it's over. Yeah, a guy like Jameer Wilkerson, if you give him more than 5 seconds, he's going to find someone. But good defense on that side by Exeter in the secondary.
So he trips off far right side, single receiver here.
It looks like they're in zone now.
They've moved to zone, looking down the field, crossing the zone. Shaquan Anderson butts across the 30. He will not be touched at 20. This is what he does. Separation. Touchdown, Harrisburg Cougars. Shaquan Anderson butts delivered beautifully by Jameer Wilkerson. Take us through that one, Ben.
Yes, what it looked like was it was just like a post, and there was no safety in the middle of the field. As you can see,
one more time.
1, 2, 3, step up, plant, throw. On time, perfect. Bye-bye.
Man, oh man. Just the separation in that secondary.
And that's Brandon Undercoffer.
He's playing defense now. He's brought in, and there is a flag down on the play too. I don't know if that's after, it's celebration after, or what. I didn't see the penalty at all prior to that.
And that's Shaquan Anderson, but we haven't talked much about him, but yes, he's going to Penn State.
Yeah, he's So that went against Harrisburg. So
Excessive celebration, probably.
Yeah.
But Shaquan is definitely a valuable player on this team as well. Offensively and defensively. He plays outside linebacker. And he also kicks.
So that'll be unsportsmanlike conduct against Harrisburg on the celebration. And that's going to move them back in this point after. We got 33 up on the board here in the first half already. They'll go to Wilkerson, line up shotgun formation. Wilkerson all through it. It'll be incomplete to Jameer Plant.
Or not Reese Glenn.
That's actually not Reese Glenn. That was incomplete. We'll be right back with more football after this. Harrisburg 33, Exeter nothing.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her two boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Well, Micah Parson has its set of touchdowns. Shaquan Anderson-Butts on the board with the touchdown. Rynell Gant on a reverse from 29 yards out. Touchdown Harrisburg 33-0. They capitalized on 2 turnovers to score, and they've scored every time they've had the ball, Ben.
Yes, Ronald Kent also has a touchdown as well, but Harrisburg's athletes offensively are just too good for Exeter's defense right now. And that's the name of the game. I think that was a 2-play drive.
2-play drive.
So
they haven't had anything over 5 plays in the drive yet.
I tell you what, the film study in the film room, offensively, you're not going to have much to watch. But defensively, one thing they can hone in on, Harrisburg's going to have to pick it up defensively if they want to make another run like they did last year as far as stopping the run. So film session is going to be huge this week for them.
Seth Eagle, 44 on the return. And Exeter will have the ball cross the 50-yard line. 49, call it. And if you're Exeter, this is a pride possession, more importantly. Pride possessions come down to where can we get anything on the board at this point? Can we get anything good to come out of this, capitalize out of this possession? Twin receivers here closest to the camera. Single receiver is number 9, Alex Javier, far left. Under Koffler, looking right side. A little bit of pressure. Incomplete, then almost picked off. It bounced off his kneecaps, and Shaquan Anderson-Butts almost had it in his hands. Boy, that would have been dangerous to give them the ball back with a minute because they only need 20 seconds to score.
Minute 10 left. You can see Exeter going to the air rather than sticking with the run, trying to get some points on the board before the half. But this is where you want to get. Make sure you be safe and cautious because you don't want to rush anything and get another interception. And next thing you know, you're down by 40 at halftime.
It'll be 2nd and 10. Twin receivers, single receiver. We've seen this formation many times, rolling right side. The pass is complete to John Swenson underneath. And he stayed in bounds. Did he get out, Ben?
No, he stayed. He cut it back inside. He stayed in bounds. Clock will stop until the chains get set on the first down. They're winded.
I tell you, he's probably most effective rolling right and left. I mean, he's rolling right, strong side of his arm. I think that's really his package. No back, 5 receivers set. Looking over top, it'll be complete to Swenson. And actually, that'll be caught by Matt Feeney, and that'll be a first down, moving the chains
that was
inside the 5.
Very good play. They hit it in the zone. Harrisburg was in the cover 3. He hit the seam that was right there between the corner and the safety for the post.
I like this no back look for them. I mean, you can see where this kid's got some talent. Under Koffler.
See if he runs quarterback draw right here.
Going over top, had pressure. He was hit. Andre White got through there somehow. I think Jay Burney had to step back in coverage. Did a pretty good job.
He broke on the ball. Definitely was a great break on the ball. Here, if I was Exeter, I'd probably look at some Q draw right here. Spread them out. You had some success with the past couple downs. Let's see if we can get some more yards.
5 receiver set.
There it is.
Left side. There's the draw that you were talking about.
There it is.
And you saw something there, Ben, that was open from the get-go. That middle is open because they're focused on that 5 receivers because everybody's got to cover when you got 5 receivers.
Right, 5 receivers, Q draw should always be a check, some type of audible that a quarterback can run.
I think you made a living doing that, don't you?
Yes.
I can't tell you how many times in 4 years in Susquehanna I saw you score on that very play right there.
Exactly.
As soon as that middle opened up like the big ocean, didn't it? You just cut up right there in the middle.
All you have to do is make one guy miss, and you're going to get positive yards, as he did.
Because you think about it, when you're on the 5-yard line, and that formation that you're seeing is 5 receivers. They've been taking the trips to that far left side, and that middle looks so wide open.
Does.
You need a little hole to break through there, and he kind of cut left, and I don't know that he really intended undercover to take that at all. I just think the pressure forced him to take it, so I don't know it was designed at all.
Whether if it was or if it wasn't, he did what he had to do to get closer to the goal line. So let's see what they do now.
3rd and 2. See if they bring Moran back in.
I think you're close enough to actually do a quarterback sneak here. But let's see if they stick to the basics, or let's see if they try to something else.
So up front, you got Shane McGarry, Danny Karras. Karras is a senior, 6'1". He's 225 pounds. Sean Henry. Michael Crane on the offensive line. And that's going to be incomplete.
4th down, big
so
play call right
4th and 2. Shaquan Anderson-Butts coming up to make the play. Here's another kid you can line up just about anywhere, Ben.
The athlete.
I wouldn't be surprised you could line him up at quarterback.
Probably. But I haven't seen Exeter take any snaps under center, so that kind of limits them far if they want to run a Q sneak or any type of fullback dive or play action from under center.
Yeah, they've been shotgun the whole time. Hadn't been under center one time. That's the right call. They have not been under center. Shotgun here with Moran to the right, twin receivers far left. They're going to give to Moran. Moran's going to push. He's short, and he's going to be short. They're signaling touchdown, but I'm telling you, he's short, Ben. His leg was down at the 1. His knee went down at the 1. They're going to hold here, I think.
Yep, they got
Harrisburg gets a hold.
19 seconds left. Now, Harrisburg cannot take a knee, so they're going to have to run it out some type of way.
So they'll have the ball from the 1-yard line. 99 yards with 19 seconds. It's not impossible for Harrisburg. I actually like the play call, but I think I like the play call under center better, don't you, Ben? I mean, you drop back, definitely. You add another four yards on the play.
Yeah, definitely. When you get around the goal line or inside the 5 or anywhere in the red zone, honestly, I like to be under center.
Wilkerson under center. Wilkerson going to keep it himself. Uh-oh. Wilkerson across the 10, just shy of the 15-yard line, 14 call it. Picked up 13 yards on that play.
Right, just with a 15-yard with a quarterback sneak. I think if Exeter would have tried a quarterback sneak on the 3rd down, they would have got at least a half-yard closer, and that might have been the difference of them getting in on the 4th down.
Well, Harrisburg, that's going to be their last play of the half. They have 33 on the board in the first half, scored every possession, 2 interceptions by Ronald Kent Jr., a touchdown by Kent. Parsons with 2. And Shaquan Anderson-Butts with 1, and Rynell Gant with the touchdown, and Harrisburg up 33-0 in full control of this 5A game. We'll be back with halftime stats and information with Ben Dupree after these messages. Did you get enough air on it?
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invika has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invika is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invika, providing affordable HD video solutions.
Come join two-time CMA songwriter nominee Win Varble, who penned Brad Paisley's Waiting on a Woman and Daryl Worley's Have You Forgotten. Also, artist from Sony, Hannah Dasher, and Kendall Marvel, who has written hits for Chris Stapleton, George Strait, Jamie Johnson, and Jake Owens, and many, many, many more on January 20th at the Conference Center at Central Penn. Tickets on sale now at Invika Entertainment. Don't miss this great night as Nashville's best come to town to tell their secrets behind their great songs.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two, it's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Well, welcome back. Harrisburg in full control, 33-0 over Exeter Township here in the first half. And it's been nothing but Harrisburg from the get-go. But let's take this opportunity right now to look inside Invika Entertainment and Invika Productions and all the things they do, from concerts to sports to live streams. Invika Entertainment has everything you need at invika.net.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her two boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invika has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invika is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invika, providing affordable HD video solutions.
Come join two-time CMA songwriter nominee Win Varble, who penned Brad Paisley's Waiting on a Woman and Daryl Worley's Have You Forgotten. Also, artist from Sony, Hannah Dasher, and Kendall Marvel, who has written hits for Chris Stapleton, George Strait, Jamie Johnson, and Jake Owens, and many, many, many more on January 20th at the Conference Center at Central Penn. Tickets on sale now at Invika Entertainment. Don't miss this great night as Nashville's best come to town to tell their secrets behind their great songs.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two, it's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
Well, welcome back to Severance Field. Halftime, 33-0 Harrisburg Cougars. We want to take this opportunity to thank the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their sponsor and Invika Productions and Invika Entertainment. Ben, it was nothing but Harrisburg in that first half, but you look at this game at 33-0, you positively saw many times where Exeter was in the actual red zone 3 times in that first half, and they just couldn't capitalize.
Yes, Exeter. If you look at the time of possession, they are definitely winning that battle, but they're losing the most important battle, which is turnovers. 2 interceptions by Ronald Kent Jr. in the first half. He set Harrisburg up. They had 3 possessions where they scored less than 5 plays both times. The first possession they had the ball, they scored 47 seconds out. Second possession, 1 minute 36 seconds. Then they go back to another 32-second. From the 29, Rynell Gant scored. And it's just been every possession they've had the ball, they put points on the board. And right now you find yourself, if you're Exeter, really scratching your head going, what do we do against this team to stop them? Honestly, there's nothing much you could do but just keep doing what you're doing and hope that they mess up. Because you got guys like Michael Parsons, who's a walking touchdown. Anytime he touches the ball, it could be a touchdown. You got a quarterback that like Yamir Wilkerson, who can put it on the money. He can throw the deep ball exceptionally well. You got receivers on the outside like Shaquan Butts, who tracks it and can take it to the house. And you got Ronald Kent, who's the fastest man on the field and probably been the fastest man on the field all season. And then you still got Donnell Enriquez, who I don't believe he made a catch, but he's making an impact defensively. And you still have Nyrese Glenn, who's the possession receiver, who's probably taller and bigger than all the Exeter second DBs. So it's definitely difficult for them to stop.
Well, we'll take a look at our first half inside our Invika highlights. Let's take a look at it. Our first half, getting on the board right away. And this setup, touchdown, this was an interception by Ronald Gant. And this play right here, we thought he was out of bounds. This is Micah Parson cutting all the way across from 35 yards out. Good block there by Nyrese Glenn. And then he marches in the end zone. And then it was absolutely one of those plays where you scratch your head and go, we thought he was down. But then Wilkerson with time, throwing the ball on the money and delivering to Ronald Gant Jr. And then he had separation where he just left the secondary, Alex Javier, in the backdrop. And then a reverse from 29 yards out, Rynell Gant marches in the end zone untouched. And it's just been nothing but Harrisburg.
Explosive plays. All those plays were over 50 yards.
Here's a second interception by Ronell Gant Jr., and that's set up a touchdown for Harrisburg as well. And The outside receiver was open. I think the ball went to the wrong spot. Underculfer threw his second interception, and Mike Parsons scores. He was untouched around the sideline. Ran up the middle, busted out the sideline. And this play here, look at Shaquan Anderson Butts on the post. Separates from Underculfer, the quarterback, who was in the secondary. And there wasn't much he could do. You weren't going to get a hand on number 13 there. And Harrisburg on the board, 33-0 in the first half. And look at the total yards. I mean, Ben, Exeter is pretty impressive with 199, but totally Harrisburg 320. Anything standing out, the 2 turnovers, penalties 3 for 22. Harrisburg's been penalized 5 times for 35. I guess on third down, because that's the big circle right there. They've had some big third down conversions they couldn't convert on.
Right, and Exeter's yards, they got 134 rushing yards, but they're well over 10 attempts. Harrisburg has 149 rushing yards, and they're probably under 10 attempts.
Yeah. So, when you think about it, how they've scored, passing yards 170, 165 here. The secondary of Harrisburg's done a good job on coverage.
Yes. The athletes that Exeter has on the outside, they can't really match up with Harrisburg, so it's hard for them to stretch the field.
So we've got a beautiful fall foliage as you look at the side street here. Magnolia Street here, beautiful, beautiful weather. Cold, but playoff football 5A action. Harrisburg 33. Nothing. We'll be back with more on ABC 27 after these messages.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invicta has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invicta is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invicta, providing affordable HD video solutions.
Come join 2-time CMA songwriter nominee Win Varble, who penned Brad Paisley's Waiting on a Woman and Daryl Worley's Have You Forgotten. Also, artist from Sony, Hannah Dasher, and Kendall Marvel, who has written hits for Chris Stapleton, George Strait, Jamie Johnson, and Jake Owens, and many, many, many more on January 20th at the Conference Center at Central Penn. Tickets on sale now at Invicta Entertainment. Don't miss this great night as Nashville's best come to town to tell their secrets behind their great songs.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two, it's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
Well, let's take this moment to mention the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. They're the sponsor for today's game. They want to remind folks that instead of paying rent, they could instead be building equity in a home every month. PHFA offers home loans that are affordable. Plus, they offer down payment and closing cost assistance. Learn more at their website at www.phfa.org. That's www.phfa.org. Or search PHFA on the web. They offer home loans that fit your budget. Balmy day, 26 degrees at game time with wind, and Harrisburg Cougars really being able to, as in their stretching drills here to start the second half, has been able just to relax and have fun, and we probably will see some different players on the field. 33-0, and man, it's just kind of a set-off of things that had happened. It's the best record in their football history. Really just a half away from moving on into the playoffs, and we'll have that coverage if they move on and continue to move on. We'll have that coverage every week here on ABC 27 in Invicta. Second half thoughts. If you're Harrisburg, let's just talk first of all Harrisburg. You're on the coaching staff, say Ben Dupree, and what do you tell your team? We're up 33-0.
I say keep the pressure on. Do not let up. Defensively, we have to stop the run because teams are going to look at the film. They're going to see that Exeter has some success running the football. So you got to find out how we're going to stop the run.
If you're Exeter, going on the Exeter side, and Matt Bauer, what does he tell his team at 33-0 down here now?
Now you just want to see who's going to keep fighting. You know, you got guys coming back next year. You want to see who's going to fight for you when times are rough, so you know who to play going into next season.
Who's going to be that step-up player coming next season? But 33-0 here. They have to do a lot of scoring, get a lot on the board. They got to get it fast. But Harrisburg gets the ball here to start the second half, and right now they have not been able to stop Harrisburg when they've had the ball. Harrisburg has scored every time they have the ball. So if you're talking pride, maybe initially Coach Bauer talking about just getting a stop one time on the Harrisburg possession.
Let's get a stop. Let's get a turnover. Let's do something to generate some success and swing momentum. For Harrisburg, they're probably going to end up taking a shot quick down the field, or if you got Michael Parsons in the backfield handling the ball, anytime you handle the ball, that's basically a shot. You're taking a shot and giving him when you handle the ball.
Yeah, they could easily grind it out in the second half and just running game down your throat if they need to. They've got the poison in each direction. Wilkerson with the ball in his hands is dangerous. You can run him 20 times as well from the quarterback position.
Right. He's definitely getting it done with his feet, especially this year. He can make you miss. He's not the fastest guy, but he's pretty quick, and he's quick enough to make you miss.
We want to remind viewers that sponsors for today's game is the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We appreciate them making today's football game possible. You know, if you thought about home ownership, but you're not just sure if you're ready, contact PHFA. They offer no-cost housing counseling to help you determine if you're ready to buy that home. It's free. Learn more on their website at www.phfa.org. Again, that's www.phfa.org, or search PHFA on the web. They offer home loans that fit your budget. Second half action, Harrisburg will have the ball. The Cougars will get it. They've scored every single possession in the first half. Let's see what they do second half. Exeter needs to find a way to come up with a stop. Set to kick in this second half will be Tyler Bentz, the senior. He's 6'1", 210 pounds for Exeter. And Ronald Gant Jr., who can be very dangerous, back to receive. And second half action is going to be underway here just shortly. Pretty nice crowd here today on a Saturday, and a lot of people have talked about this one for a long time. Just last year they got so close, tasted that state championship, tasted what it's like, and this year they just seem 5A wise that they just seem to be rolling right where you want them to be. We're underway. It's going to be Squibb's going to be Daniel Henrique, the up man, going to pick it up. Henrique across the 40-yard line, and he'll be drugged down and tackled. Coming up to make the play is Alex Javier for Exeter. Harrisburg will have the ball across the 40-yard line. In third quarter action, they put another one on the board, and the mercy rule comes into play.
Right. Donnell Enriquez with a safe return, not trying to do too much. Try to make a move. Nobody fell for it. He got what he could. Got down. Good job.
So it'll be 1st and 10.
Looks like some of the backups are in for Harrisburg as far as receivers.
Got a whole different receiving core here, split out left. Got a couple different offensive linemen in as well. Gant in motion, give to Parsons. Parsons going to cut back up inside, going to break a tackle, break another tackle, still on his feet, doesn't want to come down, crossing the 45-yard line. I tell you what, he can do about what he wants when he wants to.
He has such good body control. You know, he's always in control. It's hard to knock him off balance. It's hard to get him to the ground.
It's hard for me not to think. I just, you know, he's playing this football season, and, you know, at some point he'll come out with his determination and his call on to which place he'll end up going. Sometimes I just wish I could be inside that helmet just to know, like, hey, just tell me the secret. Where do you think you're going to play? You know, everybody wants to know in the mid-state. When you think, Ben, when people put that pressure.
He probably doesn't know either at this point, to be honest. He's probably still weighing his options.
Trips over to the right, single receiver left, shotgun formation for Wilkerson with Parsons beside him. Wilkerson's going to take another look to put up in the air. He's got Shaquan Butts down across the 20-yard line, across the 10. Touchdown, Harrisburg Cougars. They did it just like that, man. They went man. They went back to man. He had single coverage on that left side, and you know when you have that, all you need is time.
All you need is time, and you have a quarterback like Yamir to put it on the outside shoulder, and a receiver that can track it, like the Penn State recruit Saquon Butts can. So,
and take a look at it. There was no reads, was there? It was.
No, he knew where he was going. Saquon tracked it perfectly. So right where he wanted it to fall. Defensively, you got to make a better play on the ball, though. Can't panic. Got to be able to find the ball and make a play.
Well, Anderson Butts set in. Ronald Gant Jr. will have the hold. Ball's down, kick is up, and it's good. And Cougars on the board again. Oh, man.
Now watch. Sits back, throws it on time. Now, this is a difficult part from a receiver, tracking the ball. Judging where it's going to land. Shaquan Blutz, he knew exactly where it was going to land, tracked it, got under it, and made the catch. It's very difficult.
Come join two-time CMA Songwriter nominee Win Varble, who penned Brad Paisley's Waiting on a Woman and Daryl Worley's Have You Forgotten. Also, artist from Sony, Hannah Dasher, and Kendall Marvel, who has written hits for Chris Stapleton, George Strait, Jamie Johnson, and Jake Owens, and many, many, many more on January 20th at the Conference Center at Central Penn. Tickets on sale now at Invicta Entertainment. Don't miss this great night as Nashville's best come to town to tell their secrets behind their great songs. Well, welcome back. We've got the beautiful band playing today and the wonderful cheerleaders of the Harrisburg Cougars, and this play was 2 plays, 58 yards, 58 seconds, and Harrisburg's on the board again, 40-0. And that'll be Seth Eagle on the left side for the Exeter Eagles. And right now, if you're Exeter, every possession you have now is just about pride. It's about just finding a way to continue to keep the possession and the rock in your hands here in the second half.
All right, just try to put a drive together. Finish it. Last drive they got down to the 1-yard line. Let's see if they can punch it in this time.
So last drive has been mentioned first half. They got into the red zone, got to the 1-yard line. Gant on the blast forward, it didn't get it. And Harrisburg took over on Zounds, and they ran the clock out. And Exeter will have their first possession of the second half, down 40. Give. Ran bouncing left side, not much there. Pursuit's there. Flag down on the play. Coming up to make the tackle was Deontay Payne for Harrisburg. They're pointing, Exeter's pointing over on the to Harrisburg side, and that's going to go against Harrisburg. I'm not sure what the initial call was. I looked up and missed it. I'm not sure, Ben. I don't know if you saw it either. I just didn't see what that penalty was at that time.
Looks like maybe a holding call. I'm not sure, though. Oh, I'm sorry. That's on the Harrisburg, like you said. I'm sorry.
All right, that's going to move the ball for Exeter, going to give them an opportunity to be close to midfield. It'll be 1st and 10, 10:25 here to play. Once that clock starts, it'll be rolling completely, no matter what. You see that a whole Exeter offensive staff looking there, staff calling plays, looking, whole team looking left to see what the play call is. Shotgun formation. Give to Marin. Marin left side. He's bouncing. He'll be dragged down by Deontay Payne. And Jai Burney also coming in to make the tackle. Not to mention Andre White, who we've called his name so many times. What a core defensively. I mean, it's hard to get past these guys.
Now, Harrisburg had a very good 08 team that went, and they actually won districts and lost in the first game of states, I believe. And this defense is pretty similar to those as far as production-wise.
So, yeah, going back to 08, Harrisburg, I remember that team.
AJ Robinson, rest in peace. Josh Potts, rest in peace to him as well. You got guys like Brandon Ware.
Remember Brandon Ware played at Penn State.
Correct. Offensively, you had guys like TJ Armstead. You had Cam Artis Paynes in the NFL. Adrian Robinson also played in the NFL. So that team was loaded.
Adrian Robertson, I always remember that big smile on his face. I mean, he was a hard hitter. He got after. He played at Temple. Went on, did some time with Pittsburgh. Played with Philadelphia a little bit. Played in the NFL with the Broncos. Yeah, I missed that guy. Shotgun formation. The trips receivers are going no backs. They had some success here at the end of the first half. Exeter did with this formation. That's a quick release. It's a short drop, quick release. And how many reads do you normally have on that?
He probably that probably was a quick read right there.
And this is his favorite receiver. He goes to him very often, Jack Fusey. Fusey is a quick little guy. That's going to be incomplete and dropped. And that ball will be taken over on downs. Matt Feeney dropped that ball. That ball was right there at the chains. That would have been a first down for Exeter. And he came up and on the coverage was Ty Carey. And Ty Carey came up and made a big hit on the big guy. This is a good size. Matt Feeney's only a junior. He's 6'3", 205 pounds. I mean, they look like football players here at Exeter. I mean, they're 7-3 for no mistake. Won 5 straight coming in here. They're just they're playing a nationally ranked team. Harrisburg 74 out of the top 100 nationally ranked, number 2 in the state. I think effectively, I think most people around the capital area, when they saw what they did.
The receiver up top has to get on the line of scrimmage. One of those 2 receivers. You see the confusion. Yeah. Trying to tell one of them to get on. Yamir is trying to tell the receiver to get on the line of scrimmage. It's a flag. Here it is.
Yeah.
Not enough guys on the line of scrimmage. You have to have 6 guys on the line of scrimmage. I'm sorry, you have to have 7 guys on the line of scrimmage. They only had 6.
And he was telling them the whole time. You could tell him. I mean, Yarmir Workerson at one point started jumping up and down trying to get their attention to say, hey, listen. But next weekend, winner of this game will play Governor Mifflin. We'll have the action for you here on ABC with Invicta Sports. Calvin Everett looking on. That's one of the few mistakes that Harrisburg's made. But you did say, game film-wise, that when they go back to look at study tomorrow a little bit at some of the game film, they're probably going to talk inside the trenches on how to stop the run. Because as you go forward, Governor Mifflin's a pretty good team who actually beat Exeter. One of their losses is to Governor Mifflin.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Governor Mifflin runs the option. I know they did a couple years ago. I'm not sure if they do now. But they're going to have to be a lot more sound defensively. Harrisburg will have to be if they want to beat Governor Mifflin.
First down 15. Single receivers right and left. Put Jaquan Anderson butts in motion.
There we go.
Give right side. Jameer Plant.
That was a decent run by Jameer Plant. You know, he made somebody miss in the backfield. Got only about 1 or 2 yards, but much better than losing 2 or 3 yards.
So it'll be 2nd and 15. Harrisburg looking on the play. They don't have to be in a rush. The clock's going to continue to run here. Now they put 40 on the board. This whole offense just under control completely at all times today. That's the one thing I noticed about them. There's never a panic, just always under control. They run their offense very effectively and they score in bunches quickly on you.
It's a reflection of their quarterback.
Amir Wilkerson looking over the top.
There it is.
And he had 2 guys on the left side. It's incomplete to run now Gant. Gant is a speedster too. Well, he'll burn you in the secondary pretty quickly. Man, you give that kid time. Wilkerson throws a good ball.
It's a pretty deep ball. Like you said, the offense looks very poised, and that's definitely a reflection of Yamir as the quarterback.
And what was it like going into the huddle many times as a freshman and sophomore when you got to the helms and you're in there with seniors and you became the leader immediately?
Yeah, immediately. As soon as you step foot in the huddle, you're automatically the leader. But first thing you got to do is you got to command the huddle. So you don't just want to go in the huddle and just start calling the play. Go in the huddle. All right, listen up, guys. Let's get it. All right, red, 34, however you want to do it. Don't just go in there calling the plays. Command the huddle. Let them know that it's yours.
Well, we got a timeout by the Harrisburg Cougars, and we'll be right back with more action after these messages.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
Well, welcome back. 5:46 to play. 3rd down and 12. Harrisburg's faced with the 3rd down. Really the longest 3rd down they've been faced with the whole game. They scored every possession. We'll see what Coach Everett and his staff is talking about here. Coach Cal, they call him.
Is that a little jumpy? It's the
crowd looking on, very patient today. They've just seen everything they've needed to see out of their Harrisburg Cougars. I know they're believers here in the capital area. A lot of believers at Severance Field. Trip bunched over to the left side. Jameer Plant's getting his whole possession here as the back. Flags are down.
Once again, not enough guys on the line of scrimmage.
And it's going to go against Harrisburg, so it's going to be 3rd down and 17.
Now, if you're a young guy for Harrisburg and you're getting some varsity reps right now, you can't come on the field not knowing what you're doing and lining up wrong. That's the fastest way to get back on the sideline.
No doubt about it. So they declined it to bring up 4th down, so Harrisburg will punt for the first time today.
I don't believe Exeter has punted either today.
Yeah, you're right. They've turned it over twice, been in the red zone 3 times, and turned it over on downs. So we haven't seen punters at all today. This will be first time today.
Now, I know earlier in the season they had Michael Parsons punting. I see they made his change. I can't see what number that is back there, ready to kick.
Yeah, Parsons had his share of punting. I hadn't had to do it very often this year at all. Boy, he fumbled the punt a little bit, but he still got it off. I don't know. That was Dezane Amy, the defensive back, who was punting.
Oh, yes, he's a very good baseball player. Dezane Amy. Very good baseball player.
He came on the punt, and Jack Fusey was back to receive, and he'll have fair catch. And Exeter will have the ball. 5:05 to play here, 3rd quarter. All right, 5:53 to play here, 1st and 10. Everybody looking on to see what Harrisburg will do defensively here. Exeter, 5 receiver sets, no back,
coming off the end,
and that'll be incomplete. But I think he got there a little early. Typree Carey is going to be called.
That was a late call. I'm not sure I agree with that one.
Pass interference. We'll take a look at it. Yeah, that's going to be pass interference on Carney. I don't know. I think we'll take a look at it here. Look, maybe a little bit early. Yeah, he had his left arm wrapped around him, Ben.
Good call, ref.
It'll be 1st and 10. Five sets. All kinds of receivers, and it looks like Harrisburg's going to jump off sides, and that's going to be Williams called for the offside. And that's going to move it for Exeter. You know, you see a few players getting some opportunities, and Ben, you mentioned it. You know, you're getting some late opportunities here to get some minutes, and you definitely want to make sure that they're good minutes. Jumping off sides, that type of thing. That hard count today got them early a little bit in the first half. That's another thing they're going to have to be careful on. Listen to count, cadence, and stuff like that. I think if you're looking at working at game film, that might be one thing mentioned. Shotgun formation, rolling right side. It's going to be incomplete, thrown the wrong side of him.
It's like the referee missed a hole right there on Michael Parsons. It's like the tackle was holding him coming off the end.
You almost have to. You almost have to hold him. Don't you sometimes, Ben?
Sometimes you can get away with it, just like that one right there.
Michael tell him to, hey, I'm being held over here, or being held over here. It's going to be a personal foul against Exeter.
Double.
Yeah, it's a double foul, so that'll offset it.
It was offsetting, but what you have to remember about that is if either of those guys get another one, they're ejected. So
yeah, got to be careful. I don't know who it went against on Harrisburg's side. There's Coach Matt Bauer. In his 9th season, played at New Hampshire, played tight end, he played guard there. 9 years ago, took over the Exeter football program and just breathed some new life into them. Undercuff on the left, crossing the 50. His pass is complete, across the 30-yard line. Still on his feet, crossing the 20. Jack Fusey will be taken down. Big pickup for Exeter. Probably one of the most positive things of the day right there, Jack Fusey. It's pass complete by Undercuffler. And they're in the red zone again for Exeter.
That's big time play by number 12 and number 8 in the white. Good tackle by number 7 for Harrisburg.
And Enrique coming up to make tackle. This play here, his feet kept this one alive. Dante Payne was on the coverage in pursuit. And then he kept his feet in and made a great cut and take it a look again. I mean, it was a great play. Well, we got some guys taking shots at people now. It's getting a little bit chippy out there right now. And you hear that Harrisburg Cougar crowd. They're very upset with people. I think a couple guys are hitting a couple guys in their helmets when they're not looking. So it's getting a bit chippy. And if you are a Harrisburg Cougar, you want to be very careful here. You know they're going to start taking shots at you, Ben, and this is where you just got to make sure. Maybe we'll see it here. We'll just see. And it was off our camera. You see it. Somebody grabbed another guy by the face mask.
There it is, 5 wide. Let's see if they go back to Q draw.
1st and 3 in the red zone. Exeter trying to put up something on the board here. Pride score is what you call it. Undercall for slant is good. The touchdown. Exeter on the board. His pass was completed. The touchdown catch is Matt Feeney. And Exeter will put something on the board here. One more look at it. Time, throw, where you needed it, carry in pursuit, and what's the touchdown? Matt Feeney, the junior, he'll come back. Good sized junior. He looks like a guy who might play at the next level as well.
It's a very, very positive drive right there for Exeter.
The kick is up and it's good, and Exeter's on the board. It's 40-7. We'll have more on ABC 27 after these messages.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invicta has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invicta is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invicta, providing affordable HD video solutions.
Well, Brendan Undercuffler's pass was complete and caught. Touchdown by Matt Feeney. And they're on the board for the first time today. It's 40-7. Harrisburg getting the ball back. We thought Micah Parson might have been injured in that last play, but he's back out there. Looking like he's going to play in this possession. Looked like he was holding his left wrist as he was coming back on the field. So I don't know exactly what happened. Set to kick for Exeter is John Cupid. Back to receive is Parson and Gant. Or Kent, excuse me. It's going to go Kent's side. It's going to roll across the 10-yard line. He's going to let that thing roll probably in the end zone. And it'll be a touchback, and Harrisburg will have the ball. Third quarter action, 2:07 to play, 40-7. They hold on. They'll have Governor Mifflin next week. We'll have the coverage for you on ABC 27 in Invicta. Looking forward to continually covering the Harrisburg Cougars through their playoff run here this year. Best season ever in the history of, since they've been John Harris over to Harrisburg. This has been a very special team the last 2 years, and the job of the coaching staff and teachers and the whole Harrisburg community getting behind this team. It's been a very special run, Ben, and you know what that feels like a lot when it comes to basketball and football. Those long, deep playoff runs and getting everybody behind you. It really builds your community, doesn't it, Ben?
Yes, it does. Everybody loves winners, that's for sure.
Parsons across the 40-yard line got knocked out of bounds. If he didn't run out a little bit of real estate getting close to the sideline, I'd have taken that one all the way. Parsons just not ready to quit yet.
Parsons very patient as a runner, and he hits the hole when he needs to hit it. Can't say enough about it.
Let's take a look at it. Here he goes. Got blockers. The boy's got people out in front of him. You can't bring him down. You've got to go even lower than that. You hit him even hip high, anything hip high, and he'll run over you. Shotgun formation, twins right, twins left. Wickerson going to dump off.
Open field.
Out of the backfield. Parsons, open field, across the 40, across the 50-yard line. He won't be touched. That's a touchdown. Harrisburg Cougars made it look, wow. I don't know, Ben.
That's sheer talent. Be able to make two guys miss and take it to the house. At 6'2", 230.
Man, oh man.
Very rare. Anybody who's watching this kid, this is very rare for somebody that size to be able to move like this.
Let's take a look at it again. Just dumps off in the end zone. Makes one miss there, another one there, two misses, and then that's
Back to
it.
full speed.
It's now he's just running and striding. Just, man, it's Micah Parsons. The kick is up, and it's going to be no good, but Shaquan Anderson-Butts will come back with more football action, 46-7. After these messages. Come join two-time CMA songwriter nominee Win Varble, who penned Brad Paisley's Waiting on a Woman and Daryl Worley's Have You Forgotten. Also, artist from Sony, Hannah Dasher, and Kendall Marvel, who has written hits for Chris Stapleton, George Strait, Jamie Johnson, and Jake Owens, and many, many, many more on January 20th at the Conference Center at Central Penn. Tickets on sale now at Invicta Entertainment. Don't miss this great night as Nashville's best come to town to tell their secrets behind their great songs. 46-7, and I said, just sit back and think, and I'm trying to, go back in my recollection and find backs that remind me of Micah Parsons that went on to play in great careers, and I get a little bit of a feel that Jim Brown comes to mind. Maybe my favorite running back of all time is number 32, Franco Harris. Parsons has that strength and size, and I don't know how or who to compare him to, but Ben, he's got a bit of an S under that, a Superman S underneath those shoulder pads, man. He's a tough kid.
Right. Coming into the game, I was trying to think. I've been watching him all season. Who does it remind me of? And at first I was thinking more like an Eddie Lacy, but he's a little bit more elusive. A little bit more elusive than Eddie Lacy kind of shows. So it's like I honestly don't know who to compare him to. That's why when they say he's playing defense at the next level, I'm like, he can whatever he can do, whatever he wants to do, he's going to be great at it.
I tell you, it's been fun to watch. It's been a privilege, and I've enjoyed calling basketball games as well and watching him on the basketball court. He and Shaquan Anderson-Butts. That was a 4-play drive, 69 yards, taking only 57 seconds. Harrisburg 46-7, and we're going to be under 40 seconds here in the third quarter. Undercall for given to Moran, and there's going to be whistles. That was a delay of game. I don't think they got that play off in time. Exeter coming in. We'll have one winning 5 straight to come to the playoffs. They had to beat their arch rival Daniel Boone out in Reading, Berks County, and the Pig Iron Bowl, and they did it. Their losses this season come to Springford, Governor Mifflin, who is awaiting the winner of this one, and Berks Catholic. 3 pretty good football teams. Governor Mifflin's always been a very solid, as you said, they've ran option through the years. We'll have to take a look and see. Matt Bowers expressing his frustration right there at what he saw.
Berks Catholic, they're #1 team in 4A right now, so they're undefeated as well. So Exeter definitely has played some decent competition, but nothing like the guys in black and gray.
Berks Catholic and Holy Name combined to become Berks Catholic. Their Holy Name always had decent basketball teams. Reading Central Catholic, I played with a lot of players. I played at Berks campus basketball there at Penn State Berks. A lot of guys from the Reading Catholic and Holy Name teams that played with me. Boyertown guys as well. Knocked out of bounds is Jack Busey. He's probably the #1 intended receiver at all times. His #1 target, number 8. I like what 8 does, don't you?
Yes, he's their best athlete. He's definitely their best athlete on the perimeter. So they can find ways to get him the ball.
Well, that's the end of the third quarter. We'll have fourth quarter action coming up on ABC 27 right after these messages. 46-7 Harrisburg.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Come join two-time CMA songwriter nominee Win Varble, who penned Brad Paisley's Waiting on a Woman and Daryl Worley's Have You Forgotten. Also, artists from Sony, Hannah Dasher, and Kendall Marvel, who has written hits for Chris Stapleton, George Strait, Jamie Johnson, and Jake Owens, and many, many, many more on January 20th at the Conference Center at Central Penn. Tickets on sale now at Invicta Entertainment. Don't miss this great night as Nashville's best come to town to tell their secrets behind their great songs. Well, our fourth quarter action, 46-7. Micah Parsons has 109 yards rushing, 65 receiving, and 3 touchdowns. Now that's a total. That's a total day right there. When you're 65 receiving, 109 rushing, and 3 touchdowns. And on those 3 touchdowns, was he touched at all? I mean, he's made people miss. We've seen him break tackles and do a lot of great things, but it's been unbelievable today.
Yes, right now he's a jack of all trades. So once he gets to the next level and gets to sharpen his tools and really gets in on a technique and picks it up, whatever position he's going to play, it's scary.
Coming in this game, I mean, if you're watching and you're an Exeter Eagle fan, you're just playing a better team today. But they really did some things first half, Ben, and you like the way they utilize this offense, and you like that running game and set up that passing game. They were doing some things. If they did not turn that ball over early, whether we think they'd be in this game at all, they were pretty effective early on in some of those first drives.
Yes, they were. They made Harrisburg work. Definitely made them work. And the score is 46-7, but this game by no stretch was ever boring. It's an entertaining game, even though it's a blowout, but it's because of the success that Exeter has had running the ball and doing some of those type of things down the field.
So it's 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5, here it goes, 3rd down.
It's been tough. They were 1 for 7 coming into the second half on 3rd down conversions. That's been a struggle for them all day for the Exeter Eagles.
3rd down. This is where you judge offensive coordinators at the high school level. How do they call plays on 3rd down? Do they convert?
You go to the man that you got to have the ball in his hands. You go to your playmaker, and that's Jack Fusey.
Not bad. Sets up 4th and short.
We'll get another chance at it. It'll probably be forward. Let's call 1, maybe 2. No, looks like it's going to be 2. Exactly 2. So it'll be 4th and 2.
Once you get to higher levels like the NFL and big-time college programming, talk about quarterbacks. How do the quarterbacks convert on 3rd down?
Let me ask you this. When you got to the high school level or the college level at Citadel, what was that playbook like? Is it double the size of a high school playbook?
Well, see, I ran the triple option, so like it's different than a typical type of playbook. If you ever watch Navy versus Army,
yes,
you watch that game. That's the type of offense I ran, so a lot of option. But I was fortunate to run some option in high school, so I was very comfortable with the footwork and things like that we had to do. But the biggest thing I say, it's not necessarily the playbook, it's the audibles.
The audible call.
Yeah, the audible at the line of scrimmage, how you have to change the play. That's what I struggled with. And once I got that down, it made the game a whole lot easier.
And Ben, I ask you this because there's so many, like even Yarmir Wilkerson, we're looking at a great shot of him from our Invicta crew. Kid's had a great game today. He'll be playing Governor Mifflin. But a lot of these guys are going to the next level playing. Shaquan Anderson Butts committing to Penn State. Andre White, who's just a junior, who's already has 3 offers. When it came down to it, you remember coaches calling, coaches waiting, coaches talking to you, everybody wanting your attention. When you made your decision at Citadel, what was it?
What was it that
made you make that decision in the end?
Well, some action going on the field, some extracurricular activities. But what made me make my decision was basically I felt it was a good fit for me, and I knew academically and athletically I was going to be pushed and challenged. And I was, on the field. I got to play against South Carolina, Clemson. I got to play against Clowney, Sammy Watkins. A lot of those guys you see on Sundays, played against them and played with a few. Cortez Allen, Andre Roberts. So athletically, it was there. And then academically, I graduated. So that's right. At the end of the day, that's how that matters.
That's it. Yeah. Oh man, that's probably about the best statement you can give to any youngster. At the end of the day, you graduate, getting yourself an opportunity, really, to come and
I can really get back to the community how I want to. Not just coaching. I'm also teaching. So I'm in the classroom. Without that degree, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Jameer Plant. Oh boy, somebody come up and made a big hit. That's a big hit on a number 60. That's Ryan Crane. We've called his name a couple times today. Crane came up and put a hit But I tell you, that's a tough kid you hit. Jameer Plant getting right back up, no problem. Trying to make the best of any carries he gets with 9 minutes to play.
See Ronnie can't get his dance on. Like the Irish jig.
That was the Irish jig. Look at the socks. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know with them red socks. What do you think? They ain't matching the uniform, Ben. You know me. I got to have the white sock. They got to match.
I mean, if you can pull it off, you can pull it off. It takes a certain type of person to be able to wear those type of
Well, he's
socks.
probably a guy, if anybody's going to pull it off, I'll say Ronald Kent Jr. You pulled it off today. We got a quarterback change. Isaiah Sawyer is in there today, giving Wilkerson a little breather as they await their next opponent, Governor Mifflin. 8:24 to play, 46-7. What a great thing for our Harrisburg community. I know there's so many times I go into work on Monday and everybody's talking about the Cougars, the mighty, mighty Cougars. And it's just a nice thing to have here in the capital area. There's Micah Parsons. Let me just ask Micah now. I know he can't hear me, but Micah, where are you going, man? I want to know where you're going. Can you just give me a call? Nobody has to know. You know, just try team a call 143@yahoo.com. Just let me know, Ben. Sawyer's rolling around, but he's got an opportunity to keep his feet moving.
So you can see the difference between Sawyers and Yamir. Sawyers is more of an athlete playing quarterback, so he's back there trying to make plays with his feet. But Yamir probably would have tried to get rid of it eventually. But Sawyers is a quick kid. He's listed on the depth chart as an athlete, which is probably what he is. You could probably plug him in at running back, quarterback, or receiver, or DB. So it'll be interesting to see how they use him in the upcoming weeks. He is a senior.
We got a different crew in. Nazir Brannon is in, just checked in for Harrisburg, and a host of others. And that ball's going to be blocked. I think it got tipped by Exeter. You got to give Exeter credit. They're going to play hard till the end. And I'm not sure who came in and get it, but Matt Feeney came in to block that, get a hand on it. 7:12 to play, fourth quarter action. Yarmir Wilkerson's today, look at his passing yard, 291.
4 touchdowns.
4 TDs, 291. And I want to say, watching at home, I know my partner in crime, Jerome Presley, is at home watching. Jerome, I just got to say one thing to you. I'd have never got this great looking body if it wasn't for you pushing me every day in my workouts. Now, I'm totally joking, but next week I know you're going to be joining us, and he's been watching alongside here today, and he's already given us compliments to Ben Dupree. It's been a pleasure having you on our telecast today, Ben Dupree. There was always more as well watching you play in the gridiron and on the basketball court. But that's a nice play, and it's going to be dropped, incomplete. Exeter's still going hard here in the end, Ben.
Yeah, it looks like he landed, number 8 landed funny. I don't know, or is that number 9?
That's Javier, Alex Javier.
It's like he took a funny step trying to catch that pass. I don't know if it was a knee. Yeah, I don't know if it was a knee or Achilles or something, but that's part of the reason why he dropped it.
Let's take a look here.
Probably not going to look too good.
Undercall with the opportunity. That ball was tipped, and he pulls. Oh, boy. Oh, man. That did not look good.
Like he landed before he was ready to land.
We'll take it one more look at it. Tipped up, it comes in his back. Ooh, oh, man, I tell you, I can't look at that.
Hyperextended.
That's a hyperextended, if anything. You just don't want to see late in the game, 6:50 to play, fourth quarter. Oh, man. Well, we're going to come back with more action here on ABC 27, Harrisburg 46, Exeter 7.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invika has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invika is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invika, providing affordable HD video solutions.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two, it's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Welcome back. 6:50 to play, second down and 10. And this is good news that Alex Javier, we don't want to see any injuries out here on this field for the Exeter Eagles. He's up and back. This Reading team from Berks County. Reading Eagle on coverage of them all year. They won 5 coming in, 7-3 on the year. They just ran into a nationally ranked team. These Cougars give to Moran. I've liked him all day long. I tell you, this is a back that he's a senior now. He's sitting behind Nick Sarangulis. Gulis broke his collarbone earlier in the year. This kid never really thought he was going to get the opportunity. Again, inside the numbers, Yamir Wilkerson, 291 total yards today.
Yes, Yamir just have a typical Yamir type of day.
Moran on the carry. And coming up to make the tackle was Yamir Henderson. I like Yamir Henderson too. I mean, this kid is. Gage Moran, 22 carries for 122 yards. He had a workman-style day in the trenches.
Yes, that's a very good game. 22 for 122, especially against this Harrisburg defense.
If anything, when you get on the bus and somebody asks about this game, your senior year, the last game you played, you can say I went over 100 against the nationally ranked team.
Exactly.
Oh, pressure on coming up the middle. Tymeek Evans brought pressure, but the catch was good. Matt Feeney on the catch. Well, he stayed in the pocket, didn't he? Undercover stayed in that pocket.
Shout out to Exeter's coach Matt Bauer. He has these guys playing tough even now. There it is.
That's a good throw. It was low but caught. And that will be his first catch of the day is Matt Feeney. On the left side across the 10-yard line. Staying on his feet. He's been the playmaker all day for Exeter, Jack Fusey. And you feel for it. Like you'd like to see him see the end zone here in what might be his last game of his career. He's a senior. He's 5'8", 170. Fusey is the playmaker.
Keep in mind, these heights and weights, that's what they have on paper. It doesn't necessarily mean that's what they are in real life.
Give to Fusey. Fusey, boy, Harrisburg being dangerous. They're going to push in. Fusey got in. It's going to be a touchdown, Exeter. Moran's going to score. I think that's fitting for Moran to end his career with a touchdown. Over 122 yards today, make it 130 and a touchdown. His team just celebrating a bit and saying, hey, look, if anything, that was an effort play. He stayed on his feet. And I'll tell you what, at one point I thought he was going to be drugged down. He squared his shoulders and he got in there. I mean, he wanted that touchdown pretty badly.
Tough kids. They have some tough kids on the Exeter team.
It's up and it's good. And Exeter's on the board. 46-14, 4:29 to play. We'll be back with more on ABC 27 after these messages. Come join two-time CMA songwriter nominee Win Varble, who penned Brad Paisley's Waiting on a Woman and Daryl Worley's Have You Forgotten. Also, artists from Sony, Hannah Dasher, and Kendall Marvel, who has written hits for Chris Stapleton, George Strait, Jamie Johnson, and Jake Owens, and many, many, many more on January 20th at the Conference Center at Central Penn. Tickets on sale now at Invicta Entertainment. Don't miss this great night as Nashville's best come to town to tell their secrets behind their great songs. Well, welcome back to Harrisburg. Cougars up 46-14 in full control. They've gone to the bench pretty early here at about mid-third quarter. Coach Calvert and Albert is getting a lot of guys some opportunities to play 5A playoff football. Exeter getting on the board, scoring 2 touchdowns. They did move the ball early in the first half. 2 turnovers by Undercuffler, 2 interceptions to Ronald Kent Jr. set up touchdown plays. And really, there wasn't too many possessions over 5 plays in a possession, and Harrisburg would score. They punted only once today.
Oh, he's moving.
It is definitely moving. That is Jameer Plant. No, it wasn't Plant. I apologize.
That's pre-Carey.
That's pre-Carey. He showed us. Typreet Carey, he's a senior. He's 5'9". He shows us his quickness. I mean, anybody with the ball in their hands on a Cougar offense can be explosive.
Yes, he's definitely explosive with the ball in his hands, but he had some penalties lining up wrong earlier in the game, which is one of the reasons why you probably don't see or hear his name as much as you would like.
So if he can get work on that, make sure he's on the line.
Yes, he definitely looks like he should be getting some touches.
Isaiah Sawyers. That's going to be that's going to go against Harrisburg. I don't think the guy can get that playoff. It'll be a false start in Harrisburg. it 1st and 15, 4:12 to play. Ball beyond the 25. Excuse me, 35. Sawyer's going to keep it himself across the 30. Be knocked out across the 37-yard line. I like this kid. He's shifty.
Yes, he is. Now, next time, let's see when he gets the ball, instead of just sprinting to the outside, if he can make somebody miss and cut up the field. He has the ability to do that and possibly could take it to the house.
3:47 to play. The band has never stopped. The heart of the Cougar band here.
Shout out to the Cougar band. Definitely the best that I've seen.
They light Market Street up. That's what they do. They're the Market Street Marbles. Left side. Jameer Plant. .322 to play. Governor Mifflin awaiting today. If you're Governor Mifflin, you're going to film study. I don't know where you begin. One, you tell yourself, as you mentioned it, Ben, you can't make turnovers against this team.
You can't. You cannot turn the ball over and have penalties versus Harrisburg.
You got to convert on 3rd down. That's one thing that I know Exeter didn't do today. They had opportunities. They were 1 for 7 coming into the 3rd half, trying to convert on 2nd down.
And these are things that you can't do against any team, but especially with a team against like Harrisburg, who can score in one play.
Everybody dancing here on Market Street today. I tell you, one game I do miss is when Bishop McDevitt was right across Market Street, and they marched down Market Street, play that. I wish that we could just come back. I'm just kind of going out there on the record bin and saying, couldn't we just play that game one more time like that, right there on Market Street in the middle of the afternoon? Let the Market Street madness happen one more time. That was, I don't know, you were probably a youngster. You might remember when Harrisburg and McDevitt used to play on, and you didn't take a bus. You just walked up Market Street and walked up. It was a pretty cool thing for our city.
Yes, I definitely do remember that. And I also seen some footage of some games, some classics. Coach Chapman has showed me a couple games. Freddie Lee and those type of guys.
Freddie Lee, I remember Freddie Lee so much. Very, very athletic kid. Great basketball player as well. Freddie Lee offered a scholarship at Florida State Seminoles as a young man.
Freddie Lee, Rakai
Nelson. A lot of greats. When I think about Harrisburg greats, so many of them. Kenny Watson comes out to mind. Just a standout young man.
He had a good career in the NFL.
He sure did. Well, there's a flag down, and Harrisburg will only be punting for the 2nd time. I'm up here in the Cougar house is what I call it, and on the far end we've got Cleveland Brown fans. But on the short end, they put the Pittsburgh Steelers here, and they put the Cleveland Brown fans way far in the booth up here at the Harrisburg Cougars. There's a lot of laughing up here in the booth today, because here we are in Harrisburg, and we have a battle between Pittsburgh and Cleveland, who they've called the mistake by the lake for so many years. And they put the Cleveland fans down far in the booth, and all the Cougar administration up here laughing today. We've had some fun with that through the years. Severance Field, Ben, one of the things we said coming into Severance Field is they've done such a beautiful job with this facility. It's like a college facility.
Yes, definitely. I remember the first year they turned this field into turf. I was on ponies, so that means I was like
pony football.
Pony football. I was like in the 6th grade, I want to say. Playing for Susquehanna, playing against the Packers. We ended up losing that game.
You still remember it?
I still remember that game. They called like 3 of my touchdowns back.
See,
but that was the name of the game.
See, you're lucky I wasn't there. I'd have been arguing and yelling, because every time you touched it, I thought it was a touchdown.
But we ended up losing, but I still remember that was the first year that they put the turf in. And as you can see the backdrop, you can see the classroom. It definitely is a college feel to it.
Undercoffer's going to fumble, and Harrisburg's going to get it. Nope, looks like Exeter's going to get it back. Yep, Gage Moran is going to cover. Gage has a touchdown today and over 130 yards. Is there games in your mind, Ben? You know, many people talk about things you did that, well, it was a half-court shot to win the district championship against Steel High Rollers.
Yeah, that was definitely fun that season. And as far as any other games, probably the district championship my senior year in football, that was definitely a classic.
Man. And then the state playoffs. I remember a play. You had was an interception a prior before. Mannheim starts getting really hyped and starts yelling Susquehanna's overrated, and then you kind of showed him again what you did and took it to the house.
Yes, sir. 80 yards.
80 yards.
Untouched.
You remember it, right?
Yep. Similar to these Michael Parsons type of runs.
Ben, you went left, we went right. I jumped around. I started celebrating. You went up the middle, cugged it out to the outside, made the linebacker miss. Down the sidelines you went, and I had 2 little girls at that time, my daughters, my one's in college now, celebrating, and even they looked at me and said, Dad, he's the best player we ever watched. And that's coming from the McCall sisters. Ben Dupree. Everybody came out on Friday nights for Ben Dupree.
That's funny.
But more importantly, I tell anytime I've ever been asked about you, you're also just a class act in the classroom. And that's important. Giving back to our community. We really appreciated having you on our telecast here today on ABC 27. Next week, we're going to have this game. The winner of this game looks like Harrisburg obviously is going to hold on. They'll be playing Governor Mifflin next week right here at Severance Field. It's going to be a nice afternoon game with the weather coming in now. It definitely feels like football weather. Until it came down today, I went heavy gear. I felt like it was wintertime. My feet are still cold up here, Ben.
Mine are too. I have boots on. My feet are still cold. But it's cold up here, but on the field, when you're in the mix, when you're in the game, it's not cold at all. So that's what it's for. It's for the kids. So I'll look forward to next week watching the game. Hopefully Harrisburg will be able to pull it out. I'm rooting for Harrisburg.
Right now, the celebration comes under a minute. The Harrisburg Cougars. I just love this band. This band brings so much. I call them it's the Market Street Marbles. That name has not been given to this band before, but that's what they do. They marble me every week, and they never stop. Sawyer's on his feet, across the 20-yard line. He wants to put one in, Ben.
Yes, if he keeps getting the ball, he sure will. I still want to see him be able to put his foot in the ground and get his vertical instead of keep running to the sideline. I want to see if he can make somebody miss, possibly cut across the field or get vertical and score, which he has the ability to do, but he just has to do it.
Well, Ben, the day you become a head football coach, I think I want to volunteer for your staff. All I want to do is just be around the huddle, you know what I mean? I like offense. You know, I don't know what you know offensively, but I'm going to volunteer the moment you become a head coach someday. And that's going to be someday, and I know that. I feel that.
We'll see.
You got a place for an old man who likes to talk football?
You're not that old. I'm sure you won't be the oldest on the staff neither.
Okay. I'm counting on it. 3rd down and 1. I know you're part of Coach Joe Heaton. He's been such a long time friend of mine. I feel like the job that Joe Heaton does over at Susquehanna Township is just amazing. I know you enjoy playing under him.
Yes, it is amazing. He's definitely a mentor for me. One of the reasons why I got to where I got as far as collegiately. So. And we're going to get it rolling next year for Susquehanna. I'm excited for it.
Oh, I am too. I think a lot of people are in the mid-state. Harrisburg coming away 46-14 over Exeter. Exeter had won 5 straight coming in. They were 7-3. They're going to go on 7-4. That's going to end their season. Harrisburg goes 11-0, their best record ever in the history. They've never gone undefeated. They were regular season undefeated. They're 11-0, number 2 in the state, 74 out of a top 100 nationally ranked teams. And today it was just a very effective day. Harrisburg Cougars coming away with this win, 46-14. We'll have full coverage. We'll talk some wrap up right when we get back. More after these messages. Well, next Saturday's game, Governor Mifflin, Harrisburg, 46-14. Harrisburg pulls away from this one early on. They punted twice. They scored just about every possession. Yadimir Wilkerson to Shaquan Anderson-Butts for a touchdown. And it was a lot like that all day long. But they'll be back next week playing Governor Mifflin. We'll have full coverage on ABC 27. On behalf of Ben Dupree, I'm Todd McCall and the whole Invicta crew. Thanks for tuning in here Saturday next week. Harrisburg takes on Governor Mifflin in the 5A playoffs as they keep rolling on here on Market Street. We'll see you next Saturday.